Okay. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Into the Nightmare, where I get to torment this lot, and they have to deal with it. So, yeah,
Is it
we're
torment if we like it?
That's a good question. Anyway,
Thank you, sir. May I have another?
Please, sir, may I have some more?
Well,
we have a little boy in our group. I guess we could have a moment like that. Anyway, we could just, jump into things, get rolling and whatnot. Quick couple of announcements. We have playing with Mutts tomorrow, and we have. Do we have something on Thursday?
Skeptical raccoons.
Skeptical raccoons.
the black
Raccoons
sheep
on Thursday.
Oh, that's
shows
laugh,
because
love.
nobody remembers. Yes, but
I can never remember which one is going on Thursday. That's my
It
problem.
changes every other Thursday, but it does on Fridays too. And yet you remember those
Yeah.
ones. I'll see how it is.
because they're not the black sheep.
Anywho,
I mean, the only reason I can remember those ones is because Ethan runs the Hate Laugh Love. So anyway, yeah, we have that going on, but we also have Friday still happening. The Here Be Shenanigans,
Yes.
right?
yep.
Okay,
So
perfect.
the plan is me and Ben,
Perfect.
the showrunner for Here Be Shenanigans, are going to play a horror game for
Ooh,
a couple
excellent.
hours, probably. Just a little fun little playtime, and then we're gonna get out of there and say bye for the weekend.
Yep.
For the Halloween weekend.
Because there is no Nightbane on Saturday, as half the party is going to be at a convention. And there is no Tales of Andrea on Sunday, as the DM themselves will be at a convention. So,
Speaking of conventions, you want to
yes.
shout out that convention, Murray?
Absolutely. What a great idea. But first, Syrinscape is a wonderful platform you can use and share online for sounds and alike that all the players can hear while it's, remote, like we are. Just download the online platform and have some fun. It's actually really good. I recommend it. Go for it. Yay.
That announcement always reminds me to start it.
Yes.
One of the joys. Yay. Also, yes, convention. This coming weekend, Denver is having its fan expo going on for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And for those days, the wonderful artist who supplies our art so far is having a table. Oh, he's actually got the table number in here somewhere. Here we go. Hang on. It's table 213A. So come on by, have a look-see. They're going to be there, and I will be there too, helping out. I'll also be just walking around the convention too, trying to give them some time to do the same thing, but we'll be there. So come and have some fun.
Yeah. That's what our weekend looks like. And then we'll be back next week, Tuesday, for more of this fun, which we're about to get into.
Fun.
Fun.
Yeah, that's the attitude of the night, folks.
Oh, jeez.
All right, shall we?
Yes.
Yes.
It is open, my friends. Battles have yet to begin. Laughter will be heard in gales and floods. If not, at least there will be blood. The sorrow and loss may abound. this hallowed ground.
Hello.
Hi, River.
Perfect timing.
Right, perfect.
All right. So where we left off last week, we had Mixinix running up the stairs, Smasher and Callus just leaving the kitchen, and Deshane looking up after rolling his cigarette to see Mixinix running up the stairs.
Okay, I'm gonna quickly look around for a torch on the wall to light this cigarette.
There is no torch on the wall. However, were you at the bottom of the stairs?
I think so.
Okay, the banister kind of...
Okay, I would actually like to do something. While he's looking around with just this cigarette in his hand,
Yeah, I'm like,
clearly, I've seen him light it with a campfire, I've seen him light it with other things. I will just look at him, get close enough, and cast Prestidigitation to light it like a candle.
Oh, nice. Your cigarette lights up.
it might be useful yet. I say as I take a drag.
Why does he taking the drag? I cast it again to put it out.
Okay, I allowed this to happen. And then I turn to the banister. What were you going to say?
Yeah.
DM?
The banister currently looks like it's laughing. And then you see it open up, kind of like a flower, and there's a candle with a flame currently lit at the top of the banister.
While he reaches
And it
out, he
offers that up.
realizes it's lit again.
Do I realize? Yeah, I realize. I go to, and I'm just like, and I start walking up the steps.
The banister closes behind you and returns to being as it had been originally. Mixinix. At the top of the stairs for this room, there is a door. When you look across the way, the other side of the stairs that also go up also reaches a door on the other side of the room. So basically the stairs go up, split to two stairs spinning around, and there's doors above the doors that are at the bottom. Very confusing way for me to describe that. I apologize.
Yeah, it took me a second. Just like, wait. They come to
My
like
brain just
a
kinda-
landing, and on the landing, there's a separate set that go up to another landing, essentially.
Yeah, so where that picture was that you were talking to is essentially a landing. The stairs lead up to that, and then splitting from there, the stairs spin up and then reach above where the kitchen was, and then where the downstairs was. There's another pair of doors, basically, on the other side of the tower. Yeah.
They are is heads, odds, or even.
Even.
Odd. So I'm going through the left door.
All right. Which direction did you turn the knob?
Oh, I remember from last week. I forgot to write down which way was the correct way.
I missed this?
It was very subtle.
I think, yeah, it was. I believe left was the
Alive.
old, and right was like everything being new. Right was right, if that made sense. That's what I thought it was, but I could be wrong here.
How do I open doors? I guess I'm turning it this way. So counterclockwise?
Left.
Okay, left.
Yeah.
All right, when you open the door, it leads to a broom closet.
Close it, turn it the other way, and open it.
It leads to a hallway that seems to go straight, but the perspective's a little skewed. The way you're looking in, it's almost as if you're looking up.
Close the
Kinda
door,
causes-
go to the other door, and do the same thing. Left, open, close. Right, open, close.
When
She
you do
runs
the left,
down the steps as I'm like halfway up, and you see me just nonchalantly turn back around and start stepping down the steps and return, enjoying the cigarette.
I'm surprisingly faster than you remember, too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm pointing
Yeah.
Smasher every direction, just be like, follow, go, yes.
the left turn of the knob leads to another broom closet, just like the other side. Right turn of the knob leads to what looks like a bathroom, very, very fancily made. There's a lavatory in one corner behind very extravagant curtains, and then you can tell that another corner of the room, it's a pretty big bathroom, but another corner of it has what looks like a tub for bathing.
So this was right door turned right.
Yes.
Okay. It's just important to know where the bathroom is, okay? Close the door, go back down, go to the hallway.
For some of us.
Right. The Shane, she comes running by you again. You just reach down where the picture is.
Okay, I stop and I just wait for information about what's happening.
You want to turn the doorknobs left. Left? Left. We'll go with left. Totally turns the doorknob right and closes it behind her and keeps going.
Alright, so you've just run into the hallway, right?
Uh-huh.
Alright, perfect. Smasher and Callus, which direction of stairs were you going to keep going up?
Where are you directing me, Callus?
We're following the mad gnome that's running around.
So you are
All
also
right,
going
so
up
I
the
walk up to I walk up to the whichever door she just went in, and I turn the knob left and open it.
There is a broom closet in front of you.
I walk into the broom closet if I can.
It's a little small for you, especially with Callus on your back.
I will hop down,
Mm.
remembering that I twisted the kitchen doors one way and the other, and it being separate both times.
Mm.
Hop out, look at you, Smasher, and say, in 5 seconds, open the door. Close the door,
Okay.
turn it right, and open the door.
Were you in the closet or out of the closet?
I was out of the closet. I left him in.
Smasher doesn't fully fit in the closet.
Oh, so he can't even like get in.
I can't.
Yeah, you can't really
How
just,
put
like,
people
can't
even get
behind
in?
him. Yeah,
Oh.
yeah, he's a little too big.
Oh, well then in that case, leaving Smasher out, I will stay in the closet and say, okay, close the door, turn it right, and open the door.
Okay. So I open the door, turn the knob right, open the door.
All right, you see in front of you a hallway that you can see down it, and you see a gnome currently walking down it. But while you're looking at it, you realize you're kind of actually looking up, not straight. It's very disorienting, and your internal monitors and whatnot are a little shaken by this.
Mm-hmm.
What happens to me when I turn it left and open the door?
The door is currently locked shut.
Oh, crap. Okay.
You have thieves' tools, though, right?
They're not currently thieves' tools?
Oh, right.
They're Tinker's tools.
Tinker's
And,
tools.
I'm
yeah.
gonna close the door and then step back and look over at Deshane and narrow my eyes.
Shane, while this is all going down,
I have now finished my cigarette, and I Yeah, I just say, you walk through. I'll wait for the boy.
I'll open it up and walk through, following the gnome, closing it behind me.
All right. The Warforged has now walked through. Callus and Deshane.
Uh-huh. I
door
wait
now-
like a couple seconds, and then I'll probably just grab it and turn it left and open it up.
All right, the door opens up, and in front of you, you see Deshane, Callus.
Callus, you see a very scared little boy, now kind of cowering in a corner.
Yeah, my face doesn't change, and I say, come on, let's go.
Okay. Quickly scamper up and cling onto your jacket.
You haven't had to really walk anywhere yourself in a while, have you?
No! I've been carried!
I close it, turn the handle right, reopen it.
And you see in front of you a hallway that leads oddly up.
Okay.
I'm going to instinctively get on all fours and start spider climbing my way.
You see him do so.
Okay. Disoriented, I'm going to grab the inside frame of the door and walk myself through.
All right. Having seen that the Warforged and the gnome haven't had to do any such thing, you feel like you're doing the right thing in doing this, but once you step through, it's like the room seems to reorient itself and you feel balanced again.
Okay.
However, you most definitely know you are not currently going straight. You're currently going up.
I'm going to leave that door open and trudge forward.
All right. Mixie Nix. While you had been running through the hallway, make for me a perception roll.
$14.
14. All right. So with that, you can tell that the carpet you're running on looks ancient. Like maybe 1,000-year-old carpet. Like it should probably be fossilizing soon or something.
Time is
it's
weird here.
old.
Mixie has decided time doesn't make sense here, and that's okay.
Nope. There are no torches in this room either. It is lit up magically as well. And at the end of the hallway is another door. However, you can see that on either side of the hallway of that door are also a pair of doors. So there's a total of 3 doors at the end of the hallway.
Is there only 3 doors besides the one I came through?
Correct, yes.
Stops. Door on the left. Left turn. Open.
Let's see. Hold on. What does that open up to? Okay, yeah. You open up to what seems like another broom closet.
Close it. Right turn. Open.
This opens up to what seems to be a used storage closet. It's a little bit bigger. There are a couple boxes. There is a torch in this one. It is currently hanging on a shelving unit, and that shelving unit is covered in what looks like boxes with labels on them, each of them written in that same runic script that you found.
And read now.
Yes, that you can now read.
What do they say? Anything interesting?
No, it just looks like a sorting system.
Cool. Closes it. Door across the hall. Left turn.
What does it do? That opens up to a balcony. That
Oh, hi, up.
He's outside.
Runs out just to see how high she is. Or actually pops her head out because she doesn't trust the building either. So she's just like, how high up am I?
You can see that you are quite a bit higher up than you think you should be. You can't really
That's why
see the
I
ground.
Didn't run out. Closes the door, turns it right.
Perfect. Before you finish closing that door, though, make for me another perception roll.
Oh, that's much better. 22.
Nice.
Yeah.
You catch a glimpse that down where you had that battle, where all the null bodies are, there seems to be someone cleaning up. A couple someones. You can't quite make out their features or anything, but there are some people down at the base of the tower.
Convenient. We have our own cleaning crew.
Do you have a grenade?
The holy hand grenade.
Of Antioch.
You must count to 3.
One,
Not
Okay.
2,
two,
not 4, and
5.
certainly not 5. 3, sir.
3.
3 is what you shall count, and the number that you shall count. 2 is
Will
3.
be 3.
Oh,
Oh, good stuff.
Mixie's
So
gonna take a rock. And she's gonna cast Magic Mouth,
Oh.
which imparts
Oh.
a message. Stop messing with dead bodies, you weirdos, and throws the rock at the person. Just throws him down.
All right.
Chuck's rock.
Well, just to see what happens. Make for me an attack roll.
Hey, that's at disadvantage. That has to be out of range for a rock.
Oh, yeah. It's. I mean, she's just throwing it in the general
I'm
direction.
kidding,
She's
I'm
not actually
kidding.
throwing it at someone.
Yeah, I'm not hitting anyone. I rolled
Yeah.
a 15 on the die.
All right, you get the good general
Oh,
direction
that's
and
so
area,
funny.
and you see that someone picks it up, and you can hear the laughter.
Success! Mission success!
All right, it's about this time that the rest of you will be arriving at the doors, and you can see which was this door you went out, the right door this time?
I started facing
Yeah.
the doorway that I haven't opened. I went this way first, and then this way. So, don't ask me lefts and rights. I'm just as bad at them as Mixie is.
oh, oh.
Yeah,
What's
I'm
your
not really sure which door you just went out
Um,
either.
okay.
One of them.
Didn't go.
I
left
just know you
through one of
haven't
the
opened
doors.
this the right way yet.
So we got up to her in the balcony,
Yes, she's currently on the balcony.
scampering off of. If we ran into Smasher, I'm on Smasher at that point, but I'm scampering off and running up and going, "Whoa!"
Yeah. You point out the people down there mixing nicks.
Yeah.
All right, Kalish.
I made some people laugh down there while they're playing with dead bodies.
How'd you do that from all the way up here?
Magic.
What kind of magic?
Illusion magic, actually.
Okay. Like, you sent them a funny image?
I sent them a rock that gave them a message for me,
Oh.
telling them to stop playing with dead bodies because they're weirdos. And they
I
chuckled.
will pick out one of my little rocks that I've been picking up. My-
No.
You mean like this? Hi, my name's Callus. Who are you? 6 seconds later it goes, Hi, my name's Callus. Who are you? I drop it down. It was kind of lonely back where I came from, so I learned some fun tricks to talk to myself.
That's so sad.
Fair enough.
Mixie
Magical
just
tinkering.
hugs you. I'll always be here to talk to you. You're taller than her, I'm pretty sure.
A little bit, yeah.
Barely.
Just barely. Like, thanks, Mixie. Hug back. Don't go in one of the broom closets. You can't get out afterwards. Did I hit them yet?
Yeah. So after a couple of moments, you hear some more laughter, and then hold on. No, that's actually pretty good. An arrow comes flying up and hits the balcony like right near where you guys are standing, and it has a little note on it. The arrow, by the way, looks pretty rustic, like kind of the arrowhead itself was not made out of any metal. It was made out of some kind of bone.
I'll pull it out and hand it down to Callus.
Thank you.
Can you read an orc?
No.
You have no idea what this says.
Hey, Mixie, what's it say? No?
Is my spell still active?
Yeah, how long has it been?
How long that goes? How long does that spell go for? An hour?
An hour. Yeah, and when we
it-
left session, you said 40 minutes still.
Yeah.
I
you still.
Don't
you got
think I've
plenty
been
of time.
exploring. So
If
yeah.
you got 40 minutes still, you got plenty of time still on it. So it's only been like 10 minutes since that point.
What does it say?
It says, "Hello, I am." Hold on, who is this?
Who am I?
I am Lorne.
Lorne? With
Yeah,
an L?
Lorn. Yes, Lorne.
Mixie, what language is that?
Orcish?
Oh, okay.
They're saying their name is Lorne.
Oh, this is cool. All right. Okay. I've got a couple of more rocks, and I can do this a couple more times. What should we say?
I kind of want to know why they're playing with the dead bodies.
Hey, why are you playing with the dead bodies? Drop. Partway through. Hey, why are you playing with the dead bodies?
Why are you playing with the dead bodies?
It just keeps
While they're
repeating.
doing this, what are you up to, Deshane?
Is this enough time for me to have taken a short rest?
It's getting to that point, actually. You would benefit from a short rest, wouldn't you?
I would benefit. I'm a
This is
fighter.
close.
I very much would benefit from a short rest.
Well,
if I
if
could
you'd
take
like to
a
be-
20-minute power nap.
Yeah, you could take a short rest while they're doing this. Yeah, that's not too bad. They
While
haven't
they're
turned the knob
exchanging
the right
notes
direction
from
yet.
100 feet in the air.
From way down there, like way down there.
Smasher, you catch me, and I'm leaned against the wall, and my hat is down.
You can't see it, but I narrow my eyes.
All right. After about a couple of moments passes, let's see if he can get it again. Yes, that'll be just enough. This one doesn't quite land as near to you guys as the last one did. It's a little higher up. It would take Smasher reaching up to grab it.
I'll just spider climb up because I have a natural spot.
Oh yeah, that's
climb
right.
speed.
You do. Yeah.
It hits the wall, but then it like falls off and like hits Smasher in the head. It's just like tink.
And scroll. Okay. What do they say?
Well,
All right.
does
This one.
it say?
This one says bodies that are not attended to can rise again. These are being burned so that they might not.
Not wrong.
Mixie
Got a
just
point.
shouts, "That's fair!" Good on you.
Well, they're not up to any bad, so I guess should we?
Leave them to it.
Burning bodies.
Do I? When I look up, do I see any other balconies?
No.
No.
It looks like a solid, clean structure rising up into the... you do see a little further up into the fog.
We didn't see this balcony when we looked up.
Nope.
I
think
worry
we
it
fell
doesn't
all the
exist
way up.
anymore if the door closes. Don't close the door.
We should probably go inside.
But you haven't opened it the right way yet.
Well, we have to be on the other side of the door when we close it.
That's true. Ooh, what would happen if...
Let's not have that discussion, please.
Twinsy?
I'll sure. Be like, we should probably keep.
Because I have
going.
half the mind to say, what, shut the door, and then shut the door real fast from the outside.
Oh, please no. So,
Deshane finishes his short rest, only to realize
I wake
he's
up.
the only party member left.
Yeah, that's right.
Exactly.
Once again, on the road alone.
All right, so
Road alone.
now what are you guys up to?
Heading back in, but before I do, taking one more rock, making profuse fart noises, and then throwing it over the edge for them.
Oh my goodness.
I mean, somebody had to do it, I guess.
He's young enough. Yeah, he finds that freaking hilarious. You hear ruckus laughter coming from down there, like absolutely hilarious. They thought it was.
Good. Then inside, let's meander. I'll just be like, okay, I'm good now.
And Callus goes back inside. Everyone else following?
Well,
my
I mean,
hat
he's riding
lifts
me
up.
inside, so yeah.
There you go.
I hear Smasher move, and that's when I'm like, I readjust my hat. And follow the group.
Are you gonna
Does
the
everybody-
knob? Yeah, they all go back
Yeah.
inside.
Yeah.
Close it and turn it right this time.
Right. Right.
Right is right.
So when you open the door this time, you're gonna hate me for this, Deshane, but you open it to what looks like a massive communal bedroom. And
Big bed.
in the very center of the room is a massive waterfall. Fountain, sorry, not waterfall, fountain. And resting at the top of the fountain is a glowing gem that as you stare at it, you feel calm and collected and almost like you're starting to rejuvenate.
I understand now.
Yep, I get it.
What?
You know what? I feel almost
No.
short rested
Okay.
just from being in here. You know what I'm saying? I feel very
Just
short
from
rested
being in
from
it.
just being in this room. That's crazy.
That's
Yeah.
okay.
There are adorning along the wall and in other various places where comfort could easily be accessed are varying types of beds that different types of people might look at and go, oh, I think that's the most comfortable, and sleep there or something like that. So if you ever wanted to rest per se in a certain exact location, this would be the perfect place for it.
Okay.
If we could find
Left
any way
door.
to like save
Is,
this.
did we
thing.
decide to call this the left door?
Yes.
Okay.
Left door, right turn.
So, kill the wizard, take his tower. What?
That's what I was thinking.
If we could get this in a portable hole, that would be great. Thank you.
Still
I want to
working on
check
that.
out the stone.
The nice little stone gem like thing at the top of the
I
fountain.
was curious about that too.
All right. Give for me Arcana or Investigation.
Oh, Arcana. I have expertise in it now, so +9.
Nice.
And I rolled a 17.
Very nice.
26.
26.
19 plus 2.
21. Nice. Yeah, either of you other two gonna do anything while they're investigating the stone?
You are Arcana, right?
Yeah, I could. I'll try.
I'll do investigation then.
Why not? 16 Arcana.
16 Arcana.
If he's looking
gonna-
at it, I'm trying to look at it right next to him, just like examining it as well.
I'm going to take my water skins and fill them up with the water from the fountain.
Good call.
Don't do it, it's poison.
Make a note that you grabbed water from this fountain specifically.
Hey.
Right.
All right.
The stone at the top for any Arcana rolls that got above 20, specifically looking at you, Callus. It's more than just a stone. It's a rejuvenation rock, kind of like a sorcerer's stone, where you can get long life from it. But if you were to cement it in a location with magic and a bunch of rituals, a lot of it including druidic rituals, you could essentially create a fountain of life. and you rolled investigation, Mixinix.
Okay.
You can tell that this stone, if you were to remove it safely with the right rituals, would be worth multiple continents. But it would require certain rituals to remove.
Knowing what I know, no. I'm gonna take a sip of the water.
Any
I'm
any
undressing and
wounds you
jumping in.
have.
Huh?
Callus is undressing and jumping in. But any wounds that you have, any damage you've taken, is all instantly healed.
Well, that was nothing, so...
Yes. You just feel really good. Like, great. You feel awesome. Callus, yeah, you jump in and you feel completely amazing. Everyone in the room, including the Warforged, you can note that you've had a long rest. That's
what
the
I
effect
wanted.
this is having.
That's what
Yep.
I wanted.
Give me those
That's
sweet,
the-
sweet spell slots back.
That's the effect this is having on you guys.
These nerds with their spell slots. Am I right, folks?
These
The fighter
spells
over there.
not sink
Nerds
your
with
butt.
his grit points. What?
It was grit points. Yeah, but listen, 2 things. I could do 2 things. Easy
I can
to
do
remember.
one.
I don't
can
have
do
to write
one.
those down in a book like a nerd.
I do one thing. I do one thing. I get angry.
Smash.
I Hulk. That's my
I'm
reckless
definitely
attack, rinse, repeat.
gonna take some of this water with me.
Oh,
For sure.
I'm grabbing some samples.
You can refill your water skins that you'd normally have your water in and whatnot. Just note that you took water from this fountain specifically. And Callus, however many samples you'd like to take, there's plenty of water.
Perfect.
There's
While
plenty
I'm...
of it.
Oh, no, go for it, Smasher.
I'm gonna dip my hand in and see if anything happens. Just kind of like
You, as strange as it seems, this water seems to work on you just like it works on the rest of the party. You feel like it's healing you, even though you're technically a construct. You know, Warforged aren't technically constructs.
I thought Warforged were technically constructs.
Well, they are,
They are
but you can
technically
still heal
constructs.
them like normal.
Yeah. Alright. Narrow size.
For some reason, I just got the dumbest thought of using this water to make healing bullets. Just move on, folks.
Oh,
Move
no,
on.
no,
Another
actually.
campaign, we have those. Long story, we'll get
So-
to it.
While I'm drying off, I'm going to look at you, Deshane, and be like, can I see one of those?
I like look at you like a robot would. My head just like turns completely at you, and I ask, "One of what?"
One of your guns. I had an idea. I'm pretty sure I can get it to shoot a little harder and a little better. Not that your shooting's bad, or that you've really missed much. You're kind of a badass. But I think it could just, use a little bit more of an oomph behind it.
There's like silence for a couple seconds, and then I pull the left one out. I empty it of the cartridges,
Gun safety
and then I
quote.
hand it over, barrel down to the child.
Take it, a heavy object, just...
By the way, I edited the weight, and they're like twice as heavy as a regular revolver.
pretty heavy. So, yeah, right there, that should do it. Okay. Pull out pieces of my Tinker toolkit and make a couple of adjustments. And then hold it like you would a gun. And then pull the trigger. It fires. I have given it an infusion that does not require it to have actual bullets, and now shoots magical bullets. It's a repeating shot.
Okay, I say, can I still use bullets in it? I say with like this widening grin on my face as if double damage.
Not really. I mean, it just kind of makes the bullets magical, doesn't add any. I wouldn't expect it would. You're just shooting magical force with that. Here. There you go.
I look at it, I'm going to do an Arcana check to see if I can tell what kind of damage these bullets are going to do. That's my Arcana. 1 second.
I'll give you some guidance. You can add a D4 to that.
All right, I will.
Inspired.
16.
It doesn't actually specify.
It's just the damage roll of the weapon. So whatever your weapon's damage roll does, it essentially creates magical bullets. If it's got a bullet in there, it just makes the bullet magical.
But it does. Essentially, you can load special bullets into it, and all it does for those special bullets is give them +1 damage and attack. Or you can just not load any bullets in it and shoot bullets that are normal.
I pull the right one out, unload, and this is the quickest you've seen me unload a gun. It's like clink, 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 and then I hand it to you.
I can only do one right now. I have another idea to help us carry things around easier. And I can only kind of focus on so many objects at once.
Okay, my eyes like squint at you, and I say, okay. And then I reload both guns. Holster them.
The left one will do magical. If you need bullets in the right one, we can work on designing certain kind of effect bullets that might, maybe explode on the enemy. Then you wouldn't want it to be a magical. You'd want to be able to use those bullets appropriately.
I reach into my pack and I pull out what looks to you guys like an alms box, and then when I open it, it is like tinkerer's tools with casting molds of like a bunch of different kinds of bullets, and I give Callus like 3 seconds of looking at it, and then I clap it shut and then lock it and then put it back into my pack, and I say, oh kid, we're gonna have a lot of fun.
My eyes are just wide. I'm like, actually, probably when you're saying, oh kid, we're gonna have a lot of fun, I'm saying, oh boy, we're gonna have a lot of fun.
We say it at the exact same time.
Look up. Okay.
I'll be on the
We'll work
ready
later.
with a heal just in case. Let me know.
If you guys need anything stored, just bring it to me. Are we gonna stay here for a bit? I need to do some work.
You guys can. If we're gonna stay and do nothing for a bit, I kind of want to go yell at the orcs some more, while I can still understand them.
Here, I pull out 2 more little tiny rocks, and one of them, I record a scrolling message that says, "You are an orc, she is a gnome, I am a thing. What's that over there?" And then another one that just goes, "Ah, look behind you!" And then hand it to you. It's like, use at your own discretion.
What was that second one?
Ah, look behind you!
Okay. Steps out of the room, closes the door, turns it left, leave the door open.
You find the balcony again. You're gonna wedge that door open.
I'm leaving it open. My bag is right there.
Perfect.
My shield.
next to the-
My shield.
Your
My
shield. There
My
you
shield
go.
is-
All right, Kaus, what are you doing quickly?
I am sitting down and focusing on my tinker's tools and changing them into whatever artisan toolkit you need to sew.
Leatherworking?
Sure. And then I'm
What
pulling
what
up
materials are you working with?
whatever the sack is that I got from the kitchen downstairs.
Oh, they're working.
Leatherworking? Great. I'm creating leatherworking tools. It'll take an hour to do that, and then I'm going to work that bag into a smaller bag, and then I will infuse it to become a bag of holding.
All right, we're gonna have to come back to you after a moment because there may be something that happens.
Okay.
How long does it take for you to do all of that?
Well, I imagine the sewing stuff would be a check of some kind, probably.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, check on your leatherworking tools.
Okay. I actually don't have... no, I am proficient in it, so I'm
Yeah, I
not
was
as
gonna
scared
say.
anymore. I am proficient with leatherworking
You are
tools.
proficient with leatherworking
Ooh,
tools.
I
That is
didn't think
half
I
the
was.
reason I said leatherworking tools.
Okay, cool. I do know what I'm doing. I don't know. It'll take at least an hour to turn the Tinker's tool, the only toolkit I have, into leatherworking tools.
Leatherworking, yeah. That was mostly what I was looking for here. Right
Cool.
tool for the job. Yeah,
Yep.
1 hour. 1 hour of uninterrupted work to do that.
I'm gonna-
And then we'll go ahead.
Sorry. I was just gonna say quickly that I'm gonna watch over Mixie next while she does whatever she's doing with those orcs. That way, if she falls off, I can tell the group.
And Shane goes with you, Mixie Nix.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm 100%
What about you?
hanging it. Yeah, I'm 100% helping Callus holding
Perfect.
his things while he's going through and doing his stuff, you know, kind of working as his desk.
Perfect.
See me
Alright, we'll come back.
sparking pieces, flash... what is it called? Flash fusing certain metals together with sparks and the right materials. And, yeah!
You're like,
This is
hey,
fun.
hold this here.
Alright, we'll come back to the two of you then. Let's go over to Mixie Nix and Shane. Mixie Nix. What's
How
the first
far
thing you
down
do?
are they actually? 120 feet?
At the least, they are 120 feet.
I just want to know if I can use message.
You know what?
You
Hold
should
on.
have told me that, because that's my range now.
Well, it's a magical tower, you know, message
They
might have a slightly
are just
longer.
barely out of reach for your
Oh, okay.
message. They're just barely out of 120.
They were writing with paper? Or
Yes.
did they have Yeah. Take one of the pieces of paper, come closer, wrap it around the rock that says, look behind you. And hopefully chuck it behind them.
Alright, make for me a attack roll just to see if you can get it far enough
Good
behind them.
use.
What am I adding to this?
You can add your.
You're not
Dex or
proficient
strength?
in throwing it.
You're not proficient in throwing, but
Dex or
strength.
strength?
Strength. Yeah, because it's not really a dexterous thing.
Throwing rocks isn't a finesse thing?
I mean, you can technically in some cases, but not for this.
That's a dirty 20.
A dirty 20.
Uh-huh.
There you go. There you go. That's good enough. Right. You hear some ruckus laughter from down there, and then would you like to catch this one?
Yes, please!
Go ahead. What do you need to roll to catch it?
I'm gonna guess Dex.
Yeah, I think so.
That's a nat 20, BB!
Nice. All right, so Shane, you see as an arrow comes zooming up, probably might have accidentally hit Mixie Nix if she hadn't just snapped her hand out and caught it.
I'm so glad you were here to see this! You never would have believed me.
You see Deshane nodding his head, going, Nice.
All right, the note on this one says, it's a little difficult to get closer, as we are as close to the tower as we can.
Just hit him with the other rock, it'll be fine. Out of context, it'll be great.
Shane, how strong are you?
Okay, I'm gonna have her hand me over the rock because this will be a dex fucking throw for me.
No, that's not
No.
no. How strong
will
are
be-
you?
I kind of look at you for a second.
While she's asking this, she is removing her chainmail.
I see where this is going.
Because it weighs more than she does. So she's going to become very light real quick.
What are you doing?
Starts tying a rope around herself. Offers you the other end.
I stand there for a second and I just say, without looking away, no.
It's okay. Is there a railing on this balcony then?
Yes. Yes.
Ties it around the balcony and jumps.
Make for me a performance roll quickly.
That's a good way to break yourself. When a rope goes taut, it snaps bone.
21.
21. Okay, that's good enough. You don't accidentally come untied. You jumped though.
No, not really jump. Like
Okay.
just
Okay. I was gonna say, please don't
Okay.
just jump.
I know how things work.
I
A little.
am going to dexterously out and grab the rope before it goes its full length down.
Right.
Dive catch.
Is that just a raw dex save?
Yeah.
Or a check?
Well, okay, hold on. What are you trying to do? She's climbing down basically.
I kind
Yeah, I'm
of
trying
like
to
sat on the
prevent that
balcony
from
and
happening.
fell over. I think that
I'm
would be the easiest
trying
way
to
do it.
prevent that from happening.
Oh, okay. So she's dangling over the space, and you're holding on to it while she's dangling, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. No, that's just a. Well,
Check.
I'd say well, you were trying to catch, is what you're trying to do, huh? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Dex save.
Okay, that's a 21.
21. Yeah, you catch it. Nothing bad's gonna happen to Mixie Nix.
I'm good at tying knots.
I'm
Also, not the first time I've been upside down by a rope.
This is true.
I'm
I heard her say that, and then like the rope slightly like slides out of my hand like a foot, and I catch it again because my mind just like went somewhere.
Hold on a sec. All right, yeah, that's enough to be within range of the message.
Where are you from?
Which one are you pointing at, by the way? There's like 3 or 4 down there.
Hopefully, Lord.
Because let's see, we have
Okay,
one
that's how it's
currently...
gonna go. I'm gonna just point at them. Are you Lorne? Are you Lorne? And I'll wait until one of them just says yes.
All right, roll for me a d4.
2.
2. All right. When you say "Are you Lauren?" you get a giggle back. It's a young lady. It sounds like. No, I'm not Lauren. And then you see someone, the one that you're pointing at, walk over to a kind of shadowy-looking figure and tap it, and then point up at you. And the two of them wave up at you, and you get the feeling that she just
Lauren.
tried to introduce you to Lauren.
Hi, Lorne. I'm Mixie.
Ah, magic. Yes, of course. That's how you're doing the stones and everything. That makes sense. Hi, I'm Lauren. That was my sister.
Hi, sister. She sounded really pretty.
Nah. Yeah. Well, I mean, she's my sister.
Fair. Where are you from?
You hear Shane from above you. What is going on? Because I can't hear any of what's happening.
Oh. You gotta respond to Shane while he responds to you.
I'm figuring that out. Give me a couple more minutes.
Alright. Lauren will say, well, originally we're from a kind of deserty, mountainous area off in a land that is definitely not this place. And yeah, we had a massive, well, I say massive, it really wasn't that big. Granted, I didn't spend much time there, but it was a city. It was a city, and a great city. But we're not there anymore. Our city got supplanted I think that's the word I need to use there, supplanted. It got moved from that location to where we are now, which is this land, surrounded by mist. My mother is just trying to get a grasp of the bearings of everything, and we're learning that this place is horrifying and terrible.
I was sent here to make it better.
Well,
by
then.
bringing joy. So I hope I've made you a little happy.
Oh, trust me, we have been greatly amused by everything you've done, and that stone that was look behind you. Oh, that was funny. Yeah, that was good. That was good.
Good.
That's still going off, by the way, until I end the
Yeah.
magical effect on it. It continues going.
It got chucked some direction. It's somewhere over there making noise.
Are you staying somewhere near here? Because I can't leave the tower right now, but I think having allies is a good idea.
I would agree with you, and I'm positive my mother would agree as well. By the way, my mother is referred to as the matriarch. I've never known her by any other name. She is our city is far to the north. The new one that we've been creating. It's far to the north. We have found quite a few people that need our help in this land, so we've been going around assisting where we can. Honestly, we're heading towards a place that a lot of people refer to as Kresk just now, and we came across this tower and a bunch of dead gnolls. So, figured we'd deal with this.
We dealt with the gnolls, and we came from Kresk. They're about as well off as a city being built from scratch.
So, needs some help. Well, we'll give them assistance where we can then. That's for
It
sure.
would probably be appreciated. Be wary of werewolves. Not sure if you've encountered them. They're a problem around here.
Oh yeah, we've definitely encountered werewolves. There were at least 3 packs in the mountain range that we found ourselves in. All of them tried to kill us. None of them succeeded. We will keep our eye out for more. That's
There is
for
a
sure.
good one in Kresk. His name is Dimitri. He is amazing and awesome.
Dimitri.
And he helped me.
I will
So,
be sure
Dimitri is a
to-
good werewolf.
Perfect. I'll be sure to look for him then.
Okay.
Out of curiosity, how many of you are up there?
I'm up here with one other person currently, but my traveling party is bigger than that.
Well, I mean, you guys did short work of these gnolls. So, good job on that. Just out of curiosity, did they attack you first?
Yes, they attacked us, and they also tried to steal from us.
That's not good. Yeah. All right. Well, I'm glad you dealt with them then. There's one more thing for us to look into: gnolls and misbehaving packs. Well then, Mixie Nix, it was a pleasure meeting you.
Nice to meet you too. What's your sister's name so I don't reference her as sister? I can call her sister, but
Her name is Nat, and then he points over, and you see a heavily ironclad individual walk out of the forest, and he goes, "That's Grok." And then he points to another section, and you see a robed individual walk in, and he says, "That one's name is Muzz."
Grok? Grok?
Yes.
What was the sister's?
The one that you communicated with was Nath, and then the second
With a P?
sister, Nath, Nath. And then the second sister, the one that he last introduced, was Muzz, M-U-Z.
Cool. It was lovely getting to see you all fiddle around with dead bodies.
Of course.
I hope
of
to
course.
see you soon. Don't die.
Death is not really an option for me, but yeah, we will look forward to meeting you in person rather than from 100 feet or so away.
Yeah. Would be nice. Okay, I'm starting to get dizzy because I'm upside down, so bye!
Stay safe.
Pull me up! As I start climbing.
We can pull her up, hand over hand.
And the orcs actually make their way into the forest.
She gets up, I ask, what were those?
Orcs! Their names
look
were
at your
Lord
nose
Nath Brokenmuz. They're building a city up way, way, way north.
So when he said north, he meant south. I actually should have said south. He is not
Way,
directionally
way,
challenged.
way south.
I am. It's south.
But said he was transplanted here, kinda. Like where he came from wasn't supposed to be from here, and now it is here, and it's surrounded by the same kind of funky mists. But they were on their way to Kresk to offer help, so I gave them the Dimitri's a good werewolf, don't kill him speech.
That was a good idea. Let's join the rest of the group, I say, and I look over the balcony at, like, just the landscape for a second.
Okay. Sits down and starts putting back on her armor. I'll be there in a second.
Did you say you were
Leave
checking
the
out the
shield.
landscape to Shane?
Yes.
Yeah. All right. Give me that roll. Give me that perception roll.
$15.
15? All right, so from where you're at up here, you can, the mist is not that far above you at this point, and you can much more easily see what looks like runes popping in and out. And then you can look off, and in the distance you see vast swaths of forest, just forest everywhere. Far to the south, which you are actually currently facing from this exit, you actually see a mountain range pretty clearly, almost like the sun's beaming down on it, though you know for a fact there's no sun currently because of the mist or fog, the cloud cover. But you can actually see the mountain range that Lorne had mentioned that they found themselves in. And then when you look more to, I think it would be east and north, you can see what looks like a massive lake that the tower is bordering.
Okay. After Mixie Nix is done putting her armor back on, we head back inside. I make sure that she heads back inside. Is what I should say.
All right, Callus. An hour passes with making the tool. Go ahead and make for me a leather working roll.
Delightful. I would be absolutely
right back.
delighted to.
Okay.
If there's, I'm assuming I'm giving him just random help
To my
actions. But
lap and
Yeah,
do
yeah.
getting everything he
her.
needs.
You could do this at advantage because you do have an assistant.
It's going to be a lot easier while he's holding the leather in those areas.
Right.
Yeah. The right spots. Ooh. Yeah, what kind of check is this? Oh,
Yeah,
yay!
jump free at advantage.
You're at advantage. Come on, buddy. I'm right here with you. Natural 20.
Get it,
You
sir.
betcha.
Hey!
Thank you
make a
for the
perfect bag.
reminder.
You make an
Shiny.
absolutely perfect bag.
Perfect.
The prettiest bags. This is Gucci. Straight up
In
Gucci.
It's
fact-
got
a Gucci bag.
embroidered in the front, just minor stitching embroiders. It's got let's see, DMSK,
DMSK.
Deshane
Do
Mixie
write this
Smasher Callus.
Nice. Do make sure you write all of this down, by the way,
Oh yeah,
as to
And-
what your bag looks like.
it's kind of one of those just tighten strap things, and unfasten it by opening it up. And by the point you probably come in is when I'm taking all the other stuff from my other bag, which is a crap ton, and then moving it into this small bag. You just see one small thing go in, another, and another, and another.
Make for me a perception roll. Callus.
Oh, me.
Yes. You. Because you're the one handling the bag right now.
Perception. It's not entirely my best. 13.
Yeah, you don't quite notice anything, but while you're putting stuff in the bag, you do get the slight feeling that something might have noticed you. But yeah, you have.
What about me while I'm helping him?
You do not get a chance for this because you're not the one putting stuff in the bag.
Got you. That and I roll 4s for perceptions.
Even with his usual nat ones, you wouldn't notice him anyway.
So hold on. So question. So that big bag, that big rucksack that I've been carrying around, you're now emptying it out completely into this little bag?
Yes. And then I am folding the bag up and dropping it in.
I think Smasher feels like a little sad, like because like that was the satellite. It feels like this means like he's not going to be like riding around or anything, and like he's just kind of watching it all go into the bag and just kind of like
smiling,
helping
the whole
hold
time.
it open and just kind of feeling sad to himself.
And I take a look at him like, okay, now there's room for the catapult.
Oh no.
Catapult?
I want to build a platform that will launch me off of your back at people so I can morph into a larger creature mid-air and then smash into them.
That sounds like an exterior modification.
The way I have it planned, it should just be fastenings without having to drill into your body. So, we shouldn't have to do anything to trigger the thingy defense, whatever it is.
That seems acceptable.
Cool.
Still doesn't understand that like you're gonna continue to be like climbing and riding, so he's still like, okay, well.
I thought I'd fasten the belt, fasten the pouch to the front of my belt, because that's where I can keep a better idea of where it is, and climb up and then sit around your shoulders and okay. Now let's get that gem.
Smasher kind of perks up. It's like kind of stands up and starts going. It's like, all right, cool. Wait a second, did you remove the hook? Because otherwise your posterior might have a bit of a surprise right now.
No, yeah, hooks off.
Okay, good.
Your posterior might have a bit of surprise right now.
Just
Now I
like,
think about it, we should probably do a fastening of myself so I can, kind of be like a back belt or a seat belt. Oh, I like that better.
hand just thumbs up right over my shoulder at you.
Okay, so that gem, how strong are you? Okay, get it. Let's get it.
You gonna go for the gem?
Gonna go for the gem.
Alright, first thing you notice when you grab it is more a rock than a gem, technically. But yeah, you can get around it. Make a strength roll for me. Not a strength check, just a straight strength roll.
Straight strength roll?
Yeah.
I think Smasher's excited that he's he was kind of disappointed because he thought like he was losing his little buddy, and now he's like, it's like nothing's changed, so he's a little overzealous and he's gonna rage.
I will acid splash around the base, just below where the gem is cemented in, to try to give him an assistant. to try to assist him.
Right, you,
Whatever-
Mixinix and Deshane, you can see these two doing this, by the way.
Yeah, so I
Chance
just
that we can stop them.
okay. So
I mean,
as
you
I
could
bonus
try.
action raged, which whenever a creature hits you with an attack roll before your rage ends, that creature takes 1d6 force damage as magic lashes out in retribution. So immediately I have this kind of force hanging around me, ready to retaliate. And I'll go ahead and roll on. Okay. How does just straight strength?
Yeah. So you should have +2.
Dirty 20.
30, 20. All right,
Or
so
before you say that, I look at Mixinix as she like steps forward to stop them, and I like lean down and grab her shoulder, and I just say under my breath, "They need to learn this lesson." And then I just stand back and watch.
Reach out, grab, and fucking grab it towards me.
all right, Callus, first thing you notice is that when your acid touches it, it seems to flow off just like the water. But the water itself, like, changes color, almost to look like the acid, which you just used. If you're currently touching the water, you take, which, by the way, this would be you, Smasher. You take, wow, 6 points of acid damage.
Goodness.
I'm grabbing the stone directly, so I'm assuming the water's coming off the stone.
It kind of spurts out from under the stone almost.
Okay, so I'm just straight grabbing it. So I mean, I'm sure it's hitting me.
Oh, yeah. You're also technically standing in the fountain to grab at the stone.
Okay, so yeah, no, I'm taking it. But
Two
no,
points
I'm very undeterred. I want this
Yeah.
thing out of here. My little buddy
Plus, you
asked
wouldn't
for
feel
it,
the
and
pain
I'm
the same
getting
way.
it.
And then as you are pulling, you can hear a grinding sound and almost force, and then your force field goes off multiple times. And Mixinix and Deshane, what you see is the essentially the fountain itself start to crack and shatter, and water, which is actually acid at this point, showers everywhere. Make a dex save for me, Callus.
Yep. Okay.
Not you two yet. Yeah, Deshane and Mixinix, you're still fine.
Duration. Okay, no.
Once he leaves the room,
You're like, nah.
I am not getting caught in this.
11.
11. All right, you take 1 point of acid damage.
I got lucky.
You did. I rolled a 6 for Deshane, or sorry, a 6 for Smasher and a 1 for Callus.
I'm gonna
Alright.
pick up Mixinix and take a couple steps back out of the room.
All right, the two of you
You
leave
can't
the
just
room.
gonna
pick
try-
me up. That's rude.
I just grab you by the armor at the back
Consent.
of the neck, and I just
Cool. She was leaving the room anyway, actually, so you just turn and follow her, essentially.
I pick her up
Yeah.
though for flavor.
I want
Alright.
the stone.
So as you are
Okay.
pulling and yanking,
I'm okay with this.
the stone finally starts to come free. And this is at the point, you don't currently have magic sense on, do you, Smasher?
I have not activated it. No.
All right,
Magic ordinance.
Callus, make for me an Arcana check, because you can see runes start to shatter around you.
I am definitely in front of us, holding up my shield to shield us both while he holds me.
Yeah, I'm just holding her like this in front of my face.
Shield.
I feel like this could be devastating, so I'm gonna go ahead and use that inspiration you gave me.
Yes.
Nah. I did not approve of these actions. I'm not helping
They
you
need,
with any of this.
yeah, they need to learn this lesson. Let them learn this lesson.
Learn this.
What lesson? I do not understand.
Oh, God.
It's a good thing my
This is a
Arcana
problem.
is +9, so it's gonna be a 14.
With a death.
Oh,
Uh-huh. I
Heartbreaking.
rolled a 4 and a 5.
Heartbreaking.
listen, you know, sometimes it's got to go in the DM's favor. Sometimes it really does. And tonight, currently, it is going in the DM's favor. You do not notice in time. I'm going to need a dex saving throw from both Smasher and Callus. Thanks to your smart moves, Mixinix and Deshane, both of you are going to be completely fine from this.
18.
18? Okay, that's good enough.
Oh, Dex. 19.
Yeah. 90, that's going to be good enough too. You both will take almost rolled max damage for this, just so you guys know. 8 points of force damage as you two are thrown from the fountain. But high or low?
High.
High?
Gotta be high.
But you do have the stone with you, and it still's glowing ever so slightly.
I just kind of look over at Callus and just kind of like,
Smasher, you are my new best friend.
best friend?
Yeah. Like, you're gonna have to try real hard to get rid of me now.
Callus, when
Why
you
would
put
I
that
want
in your inventory, I want you to note in quotation, or not quotations, parentheses afterwards, that it is corrupted.
Yeah, what is this thing that I'm putting in my inventory?
It is a life stone.
Oh, a corrupted lifestone.
Why would I want to get rid of you, Callus?
I don't know. Sometimes people just do.
People suck!
The last person who said they didn't want me around anymore said I expired.
If
I
I
enjoy
ever
your
meet
presence.
these people, they're gonna have a fun time in the worst sense possible.
She says while hiding still behind her shield.
They will find their joy in hell, but they'll find it.
Her
Don't find
legs
their
are
joy.
swinging because I'm still holding her up because I've forgotten. She's like down by my side.
Swinging in a rage.
Like you're
And I just,
wielding
like,
her
set her
as a
down.
shield, getting the shield higher
No.
up to your face. Like, not just
No,
come up.
I've put it down and it's just at my side now. And I'm just holding her like this, and then I'm like, oh, yeah.
Oh,
okay.
all the way down. Ooh.
Sorry, I forgot I was holding you. All right. Also, you don't get that warm, fuzzy feeling in the room anymore. The room is actually darkened. Where there were beds and cots and whatnot, it looks kind of like empty, broken. It doesn't look like a comfortable room anymore.
You guys broke the safe place.
No, we didn't. We acquired research.
You broke the safe place.
Necessary consequence.
I don't believe anywhere is safe.
You could have taken it when we decided to leave the tower.
But now we have it.
Okay, I'm walking to. How many doors did you open before mixing it?
We only have one left, and yeah, that's
Okay,
totally what we go with.
I opened that door in the middle of them talking. I turned the handle right.
Right, okay. So yeah, turning the handle right, you find, as you open the door, everyone can hear this, but it kind of sounds like a workshop and the sound of tools and things being used.
Ooh.
Okay,
Broke the safe room!
I
we
quickly shut the door and open it, turning left just to double check.
When
That's
you open
probably
it,
when I get the shout out.
yeah, when you open it, make for me a perception roll.
We'll make that. That's my first nat 20 of the night for a total of 26 perception.
As you
I
start
see.
to open,
Oh.
as you start to open the door, you get the distinct feeling that this is not a good idea, and you can just
I shut the door.
good call.
Yep, I just shut it, And I turn to the group without
What's wrong?
taking my hand off the knob. And I say, don't turn the handle left. And then I turn the handle right and open it to the workshop.
Turn the handle left. Okay.
I believe he said do not turn the handle left.
See? This is why you're my best friend now. Let's go.
I make sure they walk through. All three of them.
So wait, what was,
Shane is ushering you out of the
what was on
no
the
longer
left
safe
then?
room. It was just a storage room.
Oh. Boring.
Yeah.
Yeah. Gotta go round. So what's this place?
Are you all walking through?
Yee.
As this young child's mighty steed, of course I walk through.
All right, as you walk into this this area, it's a little hotter than normal. It kind of feels almost like there's a forge in here. But you can see that there is a table, and currently sitting behind the table is what seems like a kind of, I think the right term is amorphous form? Form that doesn't truly have a form. It kind of moves. You get the distinct feeling that this thing that's in front of you might have something to sell, because it's currently holding up a sign with a appendage that says buy, and then it switches the sign to another appendage and it says sell with question marks in common.
Do you think they buy and sell stuff over there?
I'm scanning this workroom.
Yeah, I want to do like a thorough perception check on this room.
All right, do that for me. Do it.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Nice.
I'm pointing Smasher towards the thing that says buy and sell.
I'll walk
24.
over to it. Sorry, I just saw in chat Zelda saying that Smasher needs to add Callus to his inventory. That one got me.
Sure does need to add Callus to his inventory. Anyway,
Oh,
yeah, and when you do, be sure to put in parentheses afterward, corrupted.
Yeah, corrupted.
Yeah,
That's right. That's right.
All right, so the two of you scan in the room. There doesn't seem to be anyone actually working, but just like with that kitchen, the tools move themselves, and it almost looks like the workbench is working on itself. It's making weapons or what have you on itself using the tools and whatnot. Just like with the kitchen, where everything.
Is there any way to go further in, like further up the
Yes.
tower?
There is a flight of stairs that circles up in the back.
I think walking. So they're making weapons right now. Like currently, if I look around, are there weapons in this room?
There are some places making weapons, and you can tell that there are more than just weapons being made here.
So
Various
I would
different
say like this is probably the most comfortable Smasher has been, in that he can remember. And normally he's probably being ordered around by Callus to go from here to there, but he probably just kind of forgets Callus is on his back for a second and starts walking through the weapons and inspecting and looking for something that he can upgrade with, fit with, something that he can use.
I'm doing the exact same thing. While I'm on the back, I'm kind of forgetting to direct him and then just scanning around and looking for specific things to upgrade Smasher with.
Nice.
Changed. Do we stay here or move forward?
I kind of like stand there for a second, still like scanning the room, and I say, well, clearly those two want to stay. And then I step forward, and I'm like, you see me reaching around behind, and I pull out one of the containers of gunpowder, and I put a little mountain in the palm of my left hand, and I walk up to the guy with the buy and sell, and I just hold it out to him.
An appendage comes out from upper portion of this form, and it turns into what looks kind of like a nose, and it gives a big sniff of all the powder on your palm, like all of it just disappears, and then it wiggles, it kind of turns almost black a little bit for a moment, then it wiggles again, and then you see it like move pretty quickly, like out of the chair to a different portion of this little room you're in, into what looks like a hole. It grabs something and it comes back out of the hole and it puts a barrel of gunpowder right in front of it. And then it holds up a sign that says 500 GP.
Okay, I like hold the container that I just poured that little bit out, and I like shake it to let him know that it's not all the way full. It's a little bit over half empty. And I don't say a word.
All right. It offers its hand out, or its hand, more like its appendage out for your case.
I give it to him. It's like this teardrop-shaped container for everybody who wants to visualize. It's got like a nozzle at the top that's covered with a cork type thing.
All right. It will then fill this with the gunpowder from the barrel, and then offer you back your thing, and lift a sign that says 1 GP. And then you see it's almost like how a magician does a card trick and you see 2 cards. It does that, and suddenly you see 2 of your very case. But it doesn't change the sign that says 1 GP.
Okay, I give him 1 GP.
And it gives you 2 of your case, filled with gunpowder.
Mm-hmm. Another one.
Now you have 2.
What once was one
Ooh.
is now 2.
Seeing this, Mixie wants to try and get multiples of her life water flask.
Ooh. Ever since they destroyed that life water flask, Mixie Mix has been like, I need more. All right. When you offer up the flask, the water skin essentially, the creature takes it, holds it for a second, then it points over at Callus and Smasher, then it points at your water skin. It pours a very little amount of the water on the table, then it points at the water, and then it points back at Callus and Smasher again.
We are the source.
I take it back and walk away.
It watches as you go, and then goes back to buy, sell. Alright, Smasher, Callus. The 2 of you can find a varying array of weapons. None of them are particularly good.
Anything magical?
No, nothing magical.
Oh.
But if you wanted to get supplies, you could probably ask for them here, because you can tell that there are quite a few supplies.
Okay, so you don't have anything like hardcore, but like I know I've already used one of my hand axes. Would I find anything small that I could carry with me and kind of throw?
Actually, there is a rack full of hand axes.
Okay. Perfect.
They're all identical. I needed a perception roll from everyone in the room.
how many
Except
can
for
I grab?
Mixie Nix. How many can you hold in hand?
A lot. So I'll just grab a few. I'll just grab a few.
Yeah, roll a d4 and just
Passive.
grab that many. Your passive, Deshane, is 16, right?
16.
Okay.
I am far too distracted, looking for springs, large wooden board, and other little knickknacks and pieces to build my platform.
I rolled
Okay.
10.
With a passive
Alright.
investigation of 17.
All right. Yeah. All right. Cool. So yeah, continuing on. Yeah, you can get about.
Oh, I said passive,
you
actually.
you can grab several of those hand axes, Smasher, and then the form appears in front of you and puts up a sign that says 3 CP.
3 CP. That's copper.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll just grab 5, just as an even thing.
It
So
switches.
is that?
Switches
that's-
assigned to say 5 CP. So each one is worth a copper piece.
Okay. So, cool. I will. Yeah, perfect. I'll do that.
Excuse me. All right. 5 extra. And Callus, as you are looking at boards, springs, and other such things, several of the cabinets that hold these things kind of spew a couple out, and you could tell that they are like pretty high quality stuff. And then the amorphous being comes up to you and holds up a sign that says 10 SP.
It's just for the springs.
Actually, all the materials
All the
for
materials,
building what
10
you want to
SP.
build. Yeah.
What's the difference between what, Mixie, I need help.
It's at this moment that you realize Mixinix is not currently in the room with you.
Anyone?
Am I right there still with him?
Oh yeah, you're still with them.
I'm also still there. I have taken a second to look for Mixie Nix.
She is not in the room.
Mixie does not appear to be with us, Callus.
Do you know what the difference between money is?
I do.
Okay, I only have 10 of these gold pieces.
Mm-hmm.
Smasher looks down at his money, and how much was he supposed to pay?
10 silver pieces, which is actually 1 gold piece. But
10 silver pieces?
yeah.
Looks down for a second, and then just pays for the thing himself. Just pays
gold
off
piece?
one gold piece himself.
Nice.
There you go, Callus.
Right.
Huh. Thanks, Smasher. I've
Happy-
had to use this before.
Surely.
Put them back.
I assume you put all that big material stuff in the bag of holding, right?
Doesn't seem like it's actually
most
fully.
of it probably wouldn't actually fit inside the bag of holding itself. So I'm taking the rest of that sack, kind of
Alice, I
fastening
need you
it.
to make an Arcana check quickly.
And by fit, I mean the hole of the opening. It's not big enough.
Yeah.
13.
13. I mean, it is high enough to realize that your bag of holding that you created, that you infused and everything, it seems more than what you were expecting for a typical bag of holding kind of infusion for anyone, really. And you realize those things, you can actually fit them in the mouth, even though the mouth is not big enough for you to fit them in there.
I'm not touching that statement.
I'm a genius. And I just start putting it all in. It's like I hit some arcane points and I don't know what I did, but I'm never ending this infusion.
Nice bag of holding there.
You've accomplished great things, Callus.
Killing Mixinix over there too.
Thanks, Smasher.
Still putting
Puts
it in.
hand up for a high five.
Yeah.
Sorry, it's just the player definitely knows what's going on. Because reasons. Anyway, so yeah. You can fit all that stuff in the bag of holding. Bag of holding doesn't seem to be losing any space either. Also, it doesn't seem to be gaining any weight.
Well, of course it wouldn't. It's a trans-dimensional
No, it's
plane.
Yeah.
So-
But they do usually run out of space after a while.
I'm gonna reach in the bag of holding and try to
Make for me a
grab out a
perception roll.
potion.
You do definitely get the potion you're trying to grab, by the way, with ease. You don't even have to search for it. It just appears in your hand, basically.
Okay, well, perception is dirty 20. Rolled an
Dirty
18.
20. Nice, nice. So, as you reach in, you just barely feel like you touched something that might be in your bag that shouldn't be there.
Hello?
Would you like me to take a look, Callus?
Yeah, you don't have to breathe.
I step into the bag.
Oh my goodness. No one's done this before.
I was
I'm a
just offering
construct,
it
I
for
don't
you
need
to
to
put your
breathe.
head in.
Shit.
But you're stepping in.
Oh
Like,
shit.
All right.
It's like, oh, that's probably a bad idea. Okay, well, whatever. Okay, that's fine.
Just completely
Alright,
step in.
He's
Alright,
he's
so-
in the bag. He's in the bag. He's Deshane, he's in the bag.
Alice is up there panicking. Smasher, as you step into the bag, it's almost like you fall into darkness for a moment, where you can just barely see all the stuff that Callus has put in this bag, and then your feet land on solid surface. And as you're standing there looking around, you think about some of the things he's put in there, and they just appear before you, and then slowly fade away. And then you're like, wait, I was in here looking for something. Roll for me a perception roll. With advantage. Because there's really not much to look at in here.
I didn't need it. That's a natural 20.
Nice. Yeah, you see scurrying away, entering what looks kind of like a hole in this dimensional plane, an individual that is more pale than you would expect someone to be. And as he's walking through the hole, he turns around, looks at you, and his eyes go wide with panic, and he goes, and then he jumps through, and the hole closes quickly.
Halt. 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 Halt.
He's gone.
Halt. 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 Well, that was strange. So there's just the things in here and a little creature. Was it humanoid?
Yes. It looked like a man, but pale, like really pale, more pale than you'd ever seen before.
Arcana check, I guess?
Sure.
I mean, I have magic sense and stuff like that. I'm kind of a magical machine thing.
Yeah.
15?
15? Yeah, it's probably a magical creature of some kind.
Okay. How do I get out?
That's a really good question. Callus.
Callus?
You good?
Callus?
You hear that, by the way.
Oh yeah, I'm looking in still. Right.
There seems
so-
to be something living in the bag, Callus.
Oh, son of a bitch. Alright, well, hand in.
I'm
I'll reach out.
thinking of of Smasher and thinking of pulling him out.
All right, yeah, you get him out pretty easily. In fact, no effort at all to get him out of the bag.
Oh, you're heavy now. Okay.
Yep, exactly.
That seems to be a convenient way to transport me.
Yeah, if we ever... Ooh, that's a good idea. A little scary. What if the... Ooh. That would be super dangerous, because if I died, this thing would... No, actually, you would have a few days. But after a few days, then the dimension would end itself, and you might die. You might just come from something into absolutely nothing. Did you say there was a guy in there?
There was something living in your bag.
While all this
I don't believe
happened,
you put it in there.
while
I
all
didn't
this was
put anyone in
happening,
there.
I went to that shop guy, the creature, and I put my strike anywhere matches down on the counter, and I tap next to it with a look of like,
Come on, you can do it.
as the two of them are doing their thing, it kind of wiggles, reaches over next to it, and you see it grab into a box. It wiggles around in the box. Then it seems to kick the box, and then it reaches into the box again and comes out, and it has another box of your Strike Anywhere matches, which it puts next to your other Strike Anywhere matches, and then it taps the sign that it had put down that says 1 copper piece.
Okay, I give him, because this has helped me out quite a bit, I give him 2 copper pieces. And I say,
happily.
and I like give him a like deep nod, a like deep bow, and then I grab the Strike Anywhere matches, and I put the remnants from the one box into the new box and kind of like stuff them in a little bit, and then like slide the old box over so you can toss it in a trash can that I assume is underneath the counter.
Yep. Or more aptly, it throws it in his mouth.
Recording a message on the rock that says,
I have a detailed inventory. If you steal anything, I'll kill you.
drop it in my bag, zip it up, and walk over to the blob.
Callus, the creature did not seem hostile. It was quite afraid of me.
Yeah, but he's in my bag, which is a private place, and he's not supposed to be there.
I thought this bag was just newly created.
Yeah?
How would something get in your bag, Callus?
That's why I'm confused. And I have too many research projects.
Also, if it were to leave, wouldn't it only be able to leave the same way that I did?
Theoretically, yeah. There shouldn't be anything that's supposed to be able to hop between and get in there. I need a library. Like a really big one. And, like, I don't know, 14 years to sit there and read.
I mean, can we hop over to Mixinix here for a moment? Yeah, Mixinix. So,
While this melodrama about the bag is going on.
You've climbed the stairs. They take you up into another room, which, at first glance, it's very quiet, very dark. Then light slowly starts to fade into existence in the area, and you realize you are standing in a massive library. Thank you, Callus, for that wonderful transition there. I need a library.
You're welcome.
Well, here you go.
Okay, I want to look and see if I, A, see a person, B, see a way up.
All right.
Just tell me everything.
So, in this library, it is a spiraled up library kind of thing, where there's ladders and stairs that you have to take to get to different levels of it. But you notice at the very top, where you climb all the ladders and stairs to get to the top, there is a door, which is currently propped open with a book, which stairs that lead up. More stairs.
So nobody's in here?
There does seem to be an individual in the library. However, this individual, like the creature behind you, is amorphous and doesn't seem at all fazed by anything really, and is currently coming towards you.
Not a Walter, William,
Wallace. W something.
Whitaker,
Wilfred? No.
Winston.
Nope. Another
getting
amorphous,
angry.
fleshy being. You're getting the feeling that this is one massive tower.
Got any books on mercy?
the creature wiggles, and it glows a very pleasant color very briefly, and then beckons for you to follow it.
I do.
All right, so while it shows you a whole section of the library literally dedicated to the concept of mercy, the DM has to go to the bathroom.
I
So
could
does
tell
the operator.
if you could see that, guys. He was like, for the
I gotta
past
go.
5 minutes,
I
like,
gotta go. I have to go to the bathroom, guys.
Big time.
But I don't want to. I just need to. So yeah, let's
Heck
go
yeah.
ahead and take a breaky wait while I go leave.
Well, the DM does a wee wee.
ooh, be back.
It's true.
Oh yeah. All right, so we're back. Where were we? We had Mixinix looking for a book. Everyone else down getting stuff.
Is redemption anywhere near mercy?
Redemption anywhere near mercy. Let's see. Looking at the shelving unit. Yes, it looks like redemption is a couple shelves down to the right.
Perfect. Mixie, sidetracked.
We have committed the one heinous crime of all D&D party groups. This entire session, we've split the party.
Yep.
I mean, this is the better part, to be splitting the party, because you're in a safe-ish location.
Ish.
Yeah.
For
You know,
now.
as safe as you could be being surrounded by mimics.
I also wasn't trying to be sneaky when I left.
No. You guys just didn't notice her.
Ooh.
All right. So what are the three of you doing while Mixinix is now perusing books?
I have questions for the blob.
The blob.
I'm gonna go looking for Mixinix.
All right.
The booble.
Which direction are you going to look for Mixinix?
Up is the direction we're going, so that is the direction I go.
All right. We'll get to you in just a moment here.
If I was
take
a
it.
tiny little thing, where would I go? Up.
I was tempted to go back out the door, close it, and go through the bad door. I was. I'm not gonna lie. But Mixie wasn't, so...
The DM is glad you didn't. All right, Callus, ask your questions away.
Let's see. Looks like you had gunpowder, you had weird stick thingies. You got any dragon scales?
Let's see. Dragon scales. So let's see. This thing seems to sit there and ponder for a moment. Then it lifts a pad that was on the table. It looks down at the pad, flitters through some of the pages, puts it back down, and shakes its body like it's saying no.
That's a pity. Any animal parts of any kind?
It looks down at the thing, and then it goes,
Beast,
and you see it
monstrosity.
stands up. It moves around towards the back portion, closer to where there seems to be some kind of tailoring happening. And it comes back with a box full of furs and puts that down, and then immediately puts another box that it was also carrying full of bones.
Oh.
And then it immediately puts another box that it was also carrying full of what looks like carapaces.
How much?
It twists its head at you, the gestures at all three boxes,
Yeah.
tentatively lifts a sign that says 500 GP.
Oh. How much for one?
It looks at the boxes, and it looks back up at you, and then it looks back at the boxes, and then it points at the one full of furs, and it picks up another sign that says 10 GP. Then it points at the one full of bones, and it lifts up a sign that says 400 GP. Then it points at the one that's full of carapaces, and it says 90 GP.
Can I have a look?
I want to try to investigate each box and see what could be good, what could be bad, what I might know, what I might not know.
Roll an investigation on the furs first. We'll start there.
14.
14. There's nothing rare in the furs box. It's all like fox pelts, rabbit pelts, easy stuff to find. Bones?
Bones.
Oh.
Ooh. 21.
Yeah, there's some pretty rare bones inside this box. some of these, in fact, one of the ones you pick up seems to be like almost phasing in and out of existence.
Oh, that's cool.
And then another one you pick up, you get the distinct feeling that there might still be something there. And
Oh,
it's
that's
literally just a
cool.
collarbone.
I put those two aside.
The rest are all pretty generic, like rabbits, foxes,
Cool.
other such animals.
Cool.
Trash panda.
Carapaces. Yeah, trash panda, a couple trash pandas.
Not my brethren.
One of them has a little marking on it that says gypped on it.
Ah!
Right.
Dirty 20.
There's 20 for the carapace.
Yes.
All right, yeah. Most of this looks like it's stuff you've seen before, like carapaces of big spiders, carapaces of larger docile bugs. However, one of these, you pick it up and it almost strikes you like it doesn't quite belong in this box, but it is most definitely a carapace. If you'd like, you could make an Arcana check on this one.
Absolutely. Why?
As you
13.
broke the safe place.
This is true. What did you get?
13.
13? Yeah, it is a carapace, but it doesn't belong to a bug.
That's cool.
Do I recognize it at all?
No.
No.
No, not right off the bat. You can, however, if you'd like, do an Arcana check as well. You're a wild Arcana.
13? 13.
It just doesn't belong to a bug.
Mm.
I will point at those three and be like, how much?
The thing looks at its signs, kind of shuffles a couple of them around, and then flips it around and says, 350? You can tell that it considers these three objects to be the most valuable objects in its boxes.
I don't think I have anything to reduce that at all. I don't have that much.
He does have a sign that says, sell? Question mark?
Sell?
Really, really bad idea. I am going to reach into my bag of holding. And, don't hate me, Deshane. I'm ending the infusion of repeating shot on Deshane.
Okay.
Grabbing my jug, and while it's still in the bag, turning it into an alchemy jug and pulling it out, saying,
How much for this?
Hold on a sec. I want you to make a roll of some kind. I'm just not 100% sure what kind of roll I want you to make.
Shenanigans are hard.
Persuasion.
The
Either way,
question
it's
is,
not gonna
would
be
I
a good roll. I'm terrible.
would I
at this
count
stuff.
this sleight of hand, deception, or persuasion? That's the question.
I mean, you can make it into multiple rolls.
We're gonna do sleight of hand and then deception,
Okay.
because you are technically trying to deceive it.
Yeah. Well, dandy. A sleight of hand is 5.
That wasn't a nat one, was it?
No,
was
it was
Yeah,
it was a 2.
It was a 2.
And my deception is 8.
Right. Well, the deception doesn't work, but the sleight of hand did. It kind of looks at it, and it looks at you, it looks at it, and it picks up a sign that says 10 GP.
That's not worth it.
I will do. I will pull out my potion. Shoot. How many of those? How many samples of those do I have left? Two. Dude. Gonna pull out my potion that has the essence of what are they called? A fairy dragon, younger one, very magical creature. Challenge rating of 1, so nothing too special. We'll hold that, and it's probably this colorescent liquid that moves and sparkles in places.
How about this?
The amorphous being points at a spot on the table, then it points at the 3 objects you want to buy, and it changes the sign to say 350 to saying 100. So basically, it's saying that if you want these 3 objects, it will take that plus 100 gold, and you can have the 3 objects.
Oh.
Shit, I don't have
Smasher starts pulling gold, some of his gold out, and just kind of counting down, and counts out 75 gold onto the table, and just has a couple of extra in his hand, just kind of looking down at it.
I go
Looking
through
down
my
at you.
bag again, and I pull out the one of the dire wolf.
And this?
It nods and then switches that 100 GP to 50.
Hey, Smasher, do you... Oh,
I
you
pick up 25 I pick up 25 GP, and so that 50 is left on the table.
I put both samples down fairly tentatively.
I don't know what they'll do to your form, so do tests before you drink.
The pseudopods of this amorphous form start to reach out for the objects, while it seems to stare at you still. Are you confirming that you want to make this trade?
Can I also have a sample?
It wiggles a little bit and then produces a vial of... You currently have one, by the way. It produces a vial of this viscous orange liquid.
Oh, great. Now I have 2.
Mm-hmm. And it hands it to you.
Thanks! It's been good doing business with you.
Yeah, it takes the gold and the objects you put on the table and swallow them up.
I take the other objects, put them inside my bag, climb onto Smasher, and say,
We should probably find Deshane. And
Who
Mixie
has
Mix.
risen. Alright, so, Deshane, you rise up into the library, and as you look, make for me a perception roll to see just how much you see.
17.
Nice. Yeah, you can see where Mixinix is. She's currently being assisted by a pretty similar being to what was running the shop downstairs. And she's perusing through books.
Okay, I'm gonna make an investigation roll to see if there are any dangers in the room before I do what I'm gonna do.
Always trying to shake
Hi.
things up.
18 investigation.
18 investigation. While the library does seem a little cluttered and kind of messy at points, there doesn't seem to be any kind of threat anywhere.
Okay, I am going to go to the nearest table, and I'm not shaking things up at all. I'm going to I'm going to pull the chair out, sit down, put my feet up on the table, and begin rolling a cigarette, waiting the rest of the group to continue this journey. Because unless I'm shooting things, I'm not very effective.
All right.
Yeah, you and me both, man.
The rest of the party rises. Mixinix, you do
The
find
fire
quite a
rises.
Few... The fire rises. Mixinix, you do find quite a few books on both mercy and retribution. And
Redemption?
redemption, sorry, not retribution, and many things.
Retribution.
Was there a specific tome you were looking for, by the way?
Looking for definitely is looking for like books on how to achieve redemption when you feel you need it but everybody else tells you you don't.
That's a great
Self-help.
title. That's a great title. Idiot's Guide to Redemption. When you feel you need it, but everyone else tells you you don't. Yeah, you definitely do find quite a few different tomes on it. You come across one that makes references to a certain sect of monks that follow Artemis of all goddesses, but they follow Artemis and they focus on mercy during a hunt. And then you can find most specifically a tome concerning redemption and finding it by yourself.
Can I keep these, or how do I check these out? What is the return policy?
The amorphous being flashes a couple green colors, and then it spits out this little ticket. And on the ticket, it just labels both books. And on the back of the ticket, it says, put this in one of the books, and then put both books on the table, and the books will disappear. That's literally all the instructions say.
Books will disappear where? On what? That table?
The amorphous being kind of just shrugs.
I am going to take a book that... No, I'm going to take a book, and I'm going to go to a door and put my hand with the book out the door.
Nothing happens.
Okay. Does it come back to you if I put the paper in a book and put the books on any table?
The amorphous being flashes green.
Cool. Are there any late fees?
The amorphous being flashes red and then seems to chuckle.
Cool.
Yeah. This is about when Callus and Smasher rise up into the library. You see Deshane currently feet propped up, sitting next to a table.
Makes me has one more question for it.
All right.
Do you have a favorite book? And if so, can I see it?
Yeah. The creature kind of looks at you, twists his head sideways, and points at both the books you're currently holding.
I would have liked to see it point out a sociology book or something.
Right.
The Psychopath's Guide to Living in a World Amongst People.
Got any forbidden books?
Ooh.
It kind of looks at you. Well, looks. It doesn't have a face, but it
Side eyes
kind of.
you.
Yeah, it basically side eyes you for a moment, and then it looks at a portion of the library that would have been the only portion of the library Deshane might have thought something dangerous was at, but not dangerous enough to really warrant any attention. But it's darker over there, and then it kind of just shakes, like it's saying, "Not really."
Mixie's going over to that corner.
Right. What is Callus and Smasher doing as they rise into the library?
I'm asking for alchemy books.
All right.
Just taking whichever ones, grabbing tickets, listening to that process, and putting them in my bag. It's like, yes.
The moment you start asking for alchemy books, the amorphous being seems to split into two, and one of it follows Mixinix while the other one stays with you and guides you to different alchemy books as well as giving you tickets.
I want to know how to do that.
This is the best library ever.
While Callus is asking for all these books and leading us around, I think Smasher is slowly kind of getting what's going on, and kind of looks at the amorphous blob and raises his arm and kind of points at the signature on his side and the runes. Kind of like, do you have anything having to do with any of that?
The amorphous being looks at it, kind of glows an almost bluish purple, which slowly fades into yellow. And then it kind of flashes purple suddenly. Then it goes back to being just the fleshy color it was, and shakes its head no. However, you do get the distinct feeling that it might have sent a message. Not to you.
Got you. Duly noted.
Alice, there are a lot of alchemy books here. A lot of them.
I'm going for the old ones.
The older the better.
The older the better.
You can find at least 5 really old alchemy tomes that look like they're full of just information you could use.
I am slowly but surely becoming a pack rat.
You're putting them all in your bag of holding too, I take it? Nice. I like it when you put things in your bag of holding. Anyway, so Mixie Nix, that nice little darkened corner of the library, most of the stuff around here seems to refer to ancient old primordial magics, including some shadow magic and maybe even some supernatural, definitely don't go down this route magic. None of it seems really normal, and it looks like this portion of the library hasn't been touched in a while.
Don't let the kid over here.
Smasher starts walking after Mixie.
Mixie Nix.
Yeah, it just starts walking that way.
After
Following the pink hair once again.
As you follow the pink hair, she turns around, of course. Goes back to the wall she was originally at when you guys were. And, well, surprisingly enough, you do actually find one of those Mixie Nicks. Specifically, one talking about how your god in particular deals with mercy.
Religion and gods. Do you have a section on religions and gods?
The section you've been in, where you were originally searching and whatnot, was kind of the core of that section.
She's looking specifically more for, like, deities.
Deities in, like, a generalization kind of thing.
Yeah, this is the first time in this place her god has been mentioned anywhere.
It kind of the amorphous being that's helping you kind of shrugs and gestures to the whole library, and you get the feeling that, like, specifically deities and religion wasn't the focus of this library. It was concepts and
Geography, then.
Geography. It points at a small section over in the corner opposite end of where the dark section was, and then leads you over there.
Could you show me, like, a you are here? Or, like, in the grand scheme of life geography? I mean, this tower where it was supposed to be, not here.
So,
where is here supposed to be?
It pulls out a map, and I don't have this made up, of course, because this tower is not where it's supposed to be. But the map it pulls out and puts on the table in front of you, you can see is marked for where a couple hundred different towers are, actually. Each one labeled with a name and then followed up with an expression. Most of them vulgar and not pleasant expressions. kind of like whoever wrote the names in and noted what towers were what, didn't like any of the people who made the towers. And then it points at one particular tower, and this tower says and the tower basically says this tower belongs to an asshole.
Any of these towers have roses around them? Or have you heard of a tower with roses?
The amorphous being flashes red and then scours the map. And while it's scouring the map, Smasher, you were going over to the dark corner where Mixinix originally was, and then she turned around and walked back. Anything
After telling a very important message.
Don't let the child over here.
I'm pretty sure I have the child with me. On my shoulder? No, maybe? I don't know where the child is.
If we're passing by and Deshane comes into sight again, I'm gonna climb down and go to Deshane. If not, though, yeah, I'm still on his shoulders.
I know Deshane's pretty easy to see where you guys are going because he's on the same level.
While you're heading to that bit, I climb down and meander over to Deshane.
I've pulled out my playing card set. And I'm laying these cards face up on the table in front of me.
Pulling out a little piece and tapping the gun, the one on the left, and re-infusing it and just be like,
Had to reuse it, sorry.
and then going back to Smasher.
Out of character, god damn it, I took all that shit off the gun, so I will put it back on later, whatever. Anyway, in character, I'm just gonna keep laying them out. I'm laying them in an odd way on the table. There's
very peculiar.
There's 12 in a circle. Well, there's going to be 12 in a circle when I'm done.
Nice. All right. Smasher, you get to that little dark corner before Callus catches up to you. Anything in particular you want to do when you're there?
I didn't... It seems like this place has knowledge. Something seemed weird about what happened with this whole sending of a message. Don't let the child over here. I'm gonna look around and see if there's anything that... Maybe I'm gonna try to... okay, this is gonna feel weird. Can I, like, somehow use my magical awareness with, like, a perception check to try to find something?
Yeah. The good news is, since you've been in this tower for so long, the general magic of the tower is no longer blinding. So if you activate your magical sense, you can more easily filter out the white noise.
Okay.
You get advantage on that perception roll. And you're looking specifically for stuff that would pertain to you, right?
I rolled a 3 and a 5.
Oh my goodness. Well, there's quite a bit of necromancy in this corner. Your perception kind of leads you to certain parts that are less necromancy and more alteration.
Mm-hmm.
You do see a book that has the word on lower corner, kind of like the author's name. It says Cephas.
Cephas.
Yes.
I will have to go back and clip things. Cephas. All right. I'll pick it up and start looking at it, looking through it.
Yeah. When you look at the cover of it, the cover depicts, it's an image, and it depicts what looks like a humanoid being, and Counts, you're arriving as he's looking at this. but it depicts a humanoid being that seems to have had its fleshy bits replaced with robotic bits. And then on the top of it, it reads out biochemistry and combining it with mechanics.
And as I'm looking at this, Callus is coming up.
Yeah.
I'll kind of notice him and turn and kind of like gesture with at him with the book and modifications. Hand you the book.
It's a disturbing image, by the way.
Yeah. Modifications.
Gotta put it in the bag of holding.
You hear kind of a printing sound next to you, and the amorphous being that's been following you hands you a ticket.
Put it in the bag as well.
1,000-yard stare.
That was a good find. Ooh.
I'm gonna start looking at the book titles and seeing what I see.
Yeah, there's several books on necromancy. There's a lot of books on alteration, and the alteration seems to specify modification of the human body. And by human, it's humanoid body.
Humanoid.
Yeah.
I would like to look for... Are there any spell books?
Spell books? You want to find spell books?
Spell books.
Do you ask the amorphous being, or are you just looking for it on your own?
No, I'm looking for them inside this section.
Oh, this section. Okay. Make for me a investigation, but at disadvantage.
Do better than I did.
The minute Mixie realizes he's in that section, she is going over there and picking him up and walking away.
18.
18. All right, Mixie Nix, as he rolls this 18 is when you notice him. Callus, right out of the corner of your eye, top left corner of one of the shelves, you can see a book that kind of looks like a spell book.
Climbing up to it.
Mixie Nix,
And
he's
then
climbing
pulling it out.
He's climbing the case.
And I'm reading just the title.
Getting over there, like the minute I'm allowed to, I am like over there.
All right, Mixie Nix is approaching the base of the bookshelf as you're looking at the title of this book.
As he starts climbing up, I grab him and bring him to wherever he needs to be. So now I'm holding on to him.
Yeah,
Thanks.
This book does not have a title. It's very old. It's held together by what looks like gears, and as you open the book and start turning the pages, none of the pages are actually paper. It's all metal. Everything. The book is metal. It's made out of metal. The gears and everything, as you turn pages, seems to cause the writing on each page to shift ever so slightly. And you realize this is going to be very difficult to decipher, but it is a spell book. Sound of printing and a disapproved Mixie Nix.
Oh no, she's grabbing it before it's in the bag.
You have to climb up me to do that.
That's fine.
Make for me Callus, make a dex save, Callus, and then Mixie Nix make athletics or acrobatics. Make an acrobatics.
I look up at this happening as I'm laying
Nat 20, baby. Don't roll. Nat 20.
Well,
Well,
let's
20,
see if I
28
get
and 20.
24 in total.
9.
9.
Okay.
So yeah, as you're reaching to put it in your bag of holding, Mixie Nix deftly climbs Smasher, grabs it out of your hand.
Hey!
We need to have some rules about this.
I'm
I'm okay
research.
with you having this information. I don't know who you're turning it into, and I don't want them to have it. So we need to talk about this.
I'm not turning him into anything. I'm just trying to prove some things.
You said you had to return your research to someone.
Well, of course I want to show Mama. I want to make her proud.
Some of this you're not allowed to show your mom until I meet her. Like, I'll be there.
Okay.
But for someone who, keeps you in a room, says things like expiration dates.
Oh, well, that wasn't Mama. That was...
Everything I've heard from you, from where you came from, sounds like you had a miserable life. And people who make other people's lives miserable do not deserve this kind of terrifying knowledge. Because then they'll make everybody's lives terrible. And I want to make your life better. I want it happier. But I don't trust these people to make it better or happier.
Seeing Callus being sad, Smasher's gonna try to pluck the book out of Mixie's hands.
I think opposing strength rolls for that one.
As this happens, as I'm like reaching forward with the card, I say like under my breath, "By the quartet you've given me," and I place an ace of spades in the middle of this circle of 12 cards.
Oh my goodness. 19?
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20?
I got an 18 plus 2.
I 17
barely
plus 2.
barely held on to it and kept
Fuck
it from you. The two of you kind of struggled.
I'm just holding on to it. I have no problem just hanging. It wasn't enough to actually rip it, so I'm just hanging while he's holding it.
You're going to make him cry.
Just yanking on it.
Well, if it doesn't make you feel any better, I'm pretty sure they're all dead.
Who's all dead?
The nasty ones. But I need that book.
You can have book. You can't share the knowledge with people outside this group for right now.
Okay.
Just until A, we know what's in the book, and B, until I make a judgment on the adults in your life in person.
Some of them are pretty nice.
You told me you made rocks talk so you could talk to people.
Yeah,
I
that's true.
don't believe any of the adults in your life are good people right now. And I just want you safe. And people who do bad things to kids do bad things with bad things. To everybody.
Well,
Still trying to shake you off.
Slowly, Pika just like waving every now and then.
Literally just like...
I don't want this getting in the wrong hands.
I'll make sure it doesn't.
If you decide you want to share it with someone, tell me first.
Okay.
How's that for a deal?
Well,
We talk about it first.
I'll probably tell Smasher first, because he'll probably be there when I'm doing the research, but I'll make sure you're a close second.
You can tell people, and like us, we're allowed to know. I'm okay with it. You don't need to tell me you're going to tell one of us 4. But if it's going to go outside the 4 of us, just let me know.
Okay.
Fair?
Yeah.
Okay. I can't give it to him if I'm hanging by it.
Slowly sets you down. Holding onto the book.
I will.
Hands it over.
As soon as it gets into my
Pats
hands,
on head.
Thanks, Smasher.
I'm gonna start ritual casting Identify. Your
Mike.
On the book?
yes.
Okay. How long does that take? 10 minutes?
11 minutes.
11 minutes. Nice.
10 minutes
Nice.
for the ritual cast and +1 for the spell.
All right.
Rock on.
For 11 minutes, what are the rest of you doing?
Hey, you guys see me with some cards splayed out in front of me, looking at a card in my hand as smoke billows out from
Whoa.
underneath the brim of my hat.
While we're passing by him, I will briefly say,
Hey, you should ask about explosives.
I completely ignore you. I register, but I completely ignore.
Before I walk away from Smasher and Callus, and hopefully before he starts his cast, can I have some of that wine, please? And by some, I mean a lot.
She wants the wine.
Oh, Deshane's gonna hit me.
I undo the infusion under Shane's can.
No, you have bottles for me.
Oh, that's right, I do. I have
Yeah,
bottles.
you have bottles.
Oh, yeah.
Not that I
Reach-
know that, but
That's right, because I took them from the kitchen. Thank you.
You asked.
I did. Pull out, and I even shouted, we got wine, pull out one of the bottles and, like, yeah! Here you go.
starts drinking from the bottle and goes over to Shane. What you doing?
What you do?
I'm not even gonna look up, and you just see the embers of my cigarette glow.
Don't need to look up, just need to explain.
Okay, I kind of, in a like, if you want me to do a sleight of hand for this, I will do a sleight of hand for this. I'm
Go
trying
for
to
it.
hide the card that's in my hand, like within
Ooh,
the
yeah.
stack that's like in it, you know?
Make a perception roll,
it's
Nixie
magic shit. Don't you roll your eyes at me.
I can
20.
actually do this in real life.
I love this fucking die. Nat 20.
Nat 20 to a total of.
25.
You beat me. You
Oh.
beat me by that much. I got a 23. You see
Yeah.
a card, the original card that I'm looking at, like trade places with another one.
Yeah, very deftly too. It was pretty impressive to see, but you can see everything right now. So
I'm just
Something's
gonna
happening
say,
if you're trying to hide it. And I can understand not wanting to like tell everybody, but I'm slowly falling into all of this.
okay, I'm gonna say, looking up. Well, not even looking up, just like slightly tilting my head at you. I'm gonna say, in time, I'll explain. But, and I reach forward and I like motion at the cards. Do you remember the beams I was telling you about?
I do.
I like gesture like this. And I say each card represents a door. From each door, there's a beam that stretches to, and I tap on the ace of spades in the center. The tower. They hold up the tower. They hold up reality, because the tower is a nexus point of all things.
So are we looking for a doorway to one of the beams?
No, we follow the beams to the tower. But
So we've technically already gone
it
through a
gets
door?
tricky. Of a kind. It gets tricky, I say, and there's like a slight grin on my face as I say that, and then I like turn away and I go on to explain the names of all the beams are like different types of animals. There's one of a lion, an elephant, a wolf, a hare, a fish, stuff like that, going all the way around.
And which one are we following?
I say, I think wolf. And I point to one.
What makes you think wolf? Do they have identifying marks? Do they...
I'm like nodding my head at every single question you asked me about them, pretty much. And I just like kind of shrug my shoulders.
Okay.
All right.
Outside of character, it's because of werewolves.
Callus, your spell, what it tells you about this spell book. The book itself is not magical. The whatever is causing the pages to change is definitely mechanical. However, as it is a spell book, each and every spell in it is innately magical, and you can tell that there is at least a kind of spell of every class of magic in this spellbook. There does, however, seem to be a focus on necromancy and alteration.
Sweet.
You also find at the very first page that the spellbook seems to be a book that belonged to a wizard known as Cephas.
Fantabulous.
Also, which was the name of the author for the other book.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'm very pleased. I will try to bookmark, so to speak, the pages with the necromancy spells, and flag those.
Many.
Flag those ones first for study.
Excellent. Starting at the beginning. All right. Anything else in the library, folks?
Yes, I would like to ask for. I can't do that. Do we have any really fine? Do they have really fine paper?
I mean, not any really fine paper that hasn't been written on or is a part of a book.
Okay, never mind then. That's okay. It's fine.
Oh, you were looking for like loose leaf?
Loose leaf, yeah, empty pages.
There doesn't seem to be any writing utensils or writing implements anywhere in this library, despite the fact that it is a library.
That's fine.
Admittedly, the buy-sell might have paper. If you really wanted that, though.
True. I don't have the coin right now. Oh, I don't want to sell.
We've been on a
any more of my
spending
stuff.
spree for
We
me,
have been.
So.
I think I've got plenty to work with right now.
You do have a lot.
Yeah.
I still have 28 gold left.
We have thoroughly looted this portion of the tower.
Anything else specifically from the other two? The other three?
No.
I feel like
Mixie offers a bit of wine to Deshane.
I will gladly take some wine. And I'm going to explain to Mixinix that the names of like the types of animals all come from fairy tales that are told to children and stuff like that. And that the majority of people where he comes from don't actually or didn't actually believe any of this.
What kind of roll can I make to see if any of these legends and myths made it to my realm, I guess? History?
Yeah, history.
Cool.
It'd be history in this case.
Hey, I'm
Fairy tale.
proficient in that.
Woo.
18?
18? None of the ones he seems to mention specifically ring a bell, but you do find that most of them have, if not an exact replica of what he's telling you, a sister story from where you're from.
The world myth thing, how every world mythology has like a great flood.
Yeah, exactly. Stuff like that.
See the turtle of enormous girth. On his back he holds the earth. Shit like that is what I say.
It's flat, and his
Girth.
name is... Wait, what's his name? What is the turtle's name?
Maturin.
I
Maturin.
meant the one from Discworld.
Oh. Actually, no, I think it is. No, I think this is some nerd shit, ladies and gentlemen. I think actually the name Maturin comes from Discworld as a direct callback by Stephen King to that name. Anyway, nerd shit.
Yeah, so Mixie lets you have like a swig from the bottle. And then downs the rest of it herself.
It's a lot of alcohol.
I'll do that con save.
Yeah.
So I have a question real fast. When we pulled that crystal out, the room stopped feeling like it was like helping us anymore.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But it was still kind of glowing.
Yes.
Was it doing anything to me when I was just simply holding it in my hand?
No. No. It seemed to affect the water, which then the water's effect changed when Callus threw acid at it.
Interesting.
That was an 18 for the con save.
18 for, okay, you save. You can feel tipsy, but you're not drunk.
I've been here before.
Oh, easily, yeah. Many times. Many times. Alright. You guys gonna continue to ascend?
Yes!
Alright. So...
Kid, want the empty bottle?
Yes, please.
She passes it.
now
all gone.
we shall move.
Prestidigitation. Into the bag of holding.
Alright. This is the room you guys find yourselves in.
Oh
On
dear.
Roll 20.
There's a map. You know what that
There's
means.
the map.
Dun, 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 dun.
Everyone starts to get the feeling something's about to happen. I just
When the
put
Doom Eternal music hits.
I just put your characters in the room that you can see right now, by the way, so feel free to reorganize yourselves as you should be.
You should just find a token that's just Callus and Smasher combined until they separate, and then you give them 2 tokens.
Yeah.
Not
Yeah.
exactly wrong.
There seems to be a common theme recently.
Yeah. Callus writing Smasher.
Olo and Kisa and Muna.
Yeah.
That's the theme.
Very adorable. Before we
You're
get
up.
into this, though, the DM has to use the restroom again, but I'll be real quick.
Yes. Yes.
So, talk about something random like Syrinscape.
Hey,
We're back.
Sirenscape. Ladies and gentlemen. Sirenscape is a beautiful, beautiful application,
So
as I
wonderful.
call it, that allows you to listen to music as a group online without
we
having
got
to
it.
take any of your
It does.
individual, what would you call it, computing power to run the system. You know what I mean? It eases the workload, you know,
I disagree
on your
with everything
devices.
This man says, and honestly, he's a charlatan.
Yes, I am, because ladies and gentlemen, if there's anything that makes a good salesman, it's pulling shit out your ass. Because I don't know how Syrinscape works. I don't. But here I am selling it to you.
It eases
Do you
the
wanna go on?
stress. It eases the stress on one platform. So we're
On
we're
one
not
platform,
sharing
at very
the
least.
music over
Yeah.
Discord anymore. With ourselves, where we all have our own applications we have to have open.
Exactly. You want to take a 5-minute break considering this? Oh, no, here he
No,
goes.
here we go. Here he is.
He could not hold it, ladies and gentlemen.
But now he's back.
With that sad look on your face. Alright,
Ooh.
so, you guys rise the stairs And you find yourselves
You find yourself.
on a landing with a stone door, in front of you. It is currently closed.
I turn to the group and I say, well, there's a map now, so we're in trouble. I'm just going to turn to the group with a questioning look on my face.
I'm going to investigate the door.
Investigate the door.
I would like to join her.
Or would that be a perception? What do you want?
You could do investigation.
Can I do an arcana
If you
to
wanna-
see if I sense any arcane things?
15?
Yeah. 15? Yeah, your arcana as well.
22.
Alright. But this door does not seem like it is rigged or anything. It's not magical. There isn't a lock on the handle either.
Is this not the propped door?
No, that you walked through, that just led to the stairs that led up here.
Why was it propped open?
That is a good question.
Mixie isn't checking out this door.
Mixie is what?
Probably not checking out the stone door in front of her. She'd
Alright.
probably be checking out the propped door that's no longer propped and is closed and is fiddling with the door handle.
I'm going to push that door open.
Alright. Deshane, do you turn the door handle left or right? It doesn't matter, it leads to the same place either way.
Well, firstly, I draw one of my weapons, and I turn that knob any which way but loose. Starring Clint Eastwood. And open that door.
Alright.
That was the sneaky one.
Exactly.
Return.
All right.
Have we go.
So you see a bigger room. Mixie Nix, when you turn the door handle behind you to the left and open the door, it literally opens to nothing. It's like it opens to a drop, a massive drop, and below you can see, well, actually more accurately, when you look down, it looks like it's looking straight, and then when you look down at an angle, you can see that this opens up to what looks like a window at the side of the tower, so your perception is kind of skewed. The proper down is actually more like to your left.
Closes door. Opens it the other way. Please be the library again.
It's the library again.
Cool. And the library was to the right?
Yes,
Okay.
when you turn the knob to the right.
Remember,
To the right.
right is right. That seems to be the tale for all of these.
That's
I
don't
opened it
know.
like this. I opened the door in front of me like this, the
Just
stone
jiggle
door,
it.
just back and forth.
I turned left and made friends, so...
That's true too. All right.
Yeah, I'm gonna step right here into the doorway.
All right, Deshane, make for me a perception roll.
Perception. My perception's so high. It's 22. Ooh. That's what my roll was, 22.
22. All right. So let me do things. Thank you. So, you catch a glimpse of something moving in the shadows at the far corner, over here.
Mark it one more time.
Upper left corner of the room
Upper
you just
left.
entered.
I draw
There-
my other pistol.
Yeah, you don't exactly see anything over there, but you do see the shadow seems to move, and you see a door over there. It is currently closed.
Hey, I am going to look directly down at the floor that I'm about to step on, and I'm making a perception roll to see if I can tell if it is a pressure trap. With my first nat 1 as Deshane, to a total of 7 for perception.
You don't think it is.
Okay, well,
But-
even if I don't think it is, I'm gonna do an investigation to see if there's a rock nearby that I can pick up, or a brick of some sort to lob.
This seems to be a cleanly swept room. You don't need to make a roll. There isn't one.
Mixie will investigate it.
The floor?
Yeah.
Cool.
Callus is just gonna walk in.
Investigator perception.
Investigation would probably get you more details. Perception would get you basic info.
Callus
Are
is
you
far
gonna
too
steer- Wait a
curious.
second. Are you gonna walk in, or are you gonna steer me in?
I'm steering you in.
That's fair. Okay.
18?
18?
I'll go in.
18?
All right. It doesn't look like it's pressure sensitive, but you do get the feeling that there are a couple places on the floor that seems to. You can still read the script, right? It's actually. Ooh, actually no.
If not, I can cast it again. We've
well,
had
you'll
a
have
long
to.
rest.
Yeah, you'll have to recast it again, because you did just barely pass that mark.
Yep, I can do that.
All right. Casting that again, you see a couple places on the floor where there seems to be scrawled "stop."
Don't stop. Everybody don't move.
Everybody don't move.
Don't move.
I take a step forward.
It says stop! Don't do it!
You said don't move.
No, I don't. I'm just kidding.
Don't not move.
Like,
Don't
what?
not move.
Oh, what?
And Callus, you were directing not Shane, Smasher to go in as she was doing this. So
Yeah.
you guys will take a step into the room.
Yeah, like right here.
Yeah. However, you do not step on any of the stop. So nothing happens when you stop.
I will take a quick look around at the floor and be like, what's going on? What's wrong? What's wrong?
Is the only thing being said is stop or do?
No, it just says stop. And there's multiple places on the floor. Like you see over here, and over here, and then over here.
I'm not seeing
We're
those.
not seeing any of
Yeah, I'm not
those.
seeing those.
You
How
might
are
be
you
in the
not seeing
DM
these?
layer.
I am.
You are.
Yeah, you're pinging the wrong layer.
There. There. Cool.
Wait, hang on. Can you do that one more time?
Yeah.
Which
I am
one are you?
just
You're the red
pinging.
one.
Yeah, I'm the red one. I am just pinging absolutely random spots, just so you know.
Just a few random spots throughout the map-ish.
Yeah. Yeah. It's not hard to see where they are, where it says stop.
I want to walk up to one of the ones that says stop. And... Ah!
It's cat.
That was in character, by the way.
Mm-hmm. She makes that noise in character.
Uh-huh.
This is problem with cat owners. They let cats rule their lives.
And I'm going to take one of the extra socks for my extra set of clothes and drop it on a stop.
Oh, all right. All right. So first thing you guys notice is the moment she drops it on the stop, the room seems to get colder. Any color seems to just kind of bleed away. And oh, now I got to switch back to the GM layer. Hold on.
Oh, what did you do?
This
Pick up the
thing,
sock.
Nothing bad.
I do
nothing
pick up
bad
the
at
sock
all.
after things start to change.
it disappears again once it gets to this point. Then, when you pick it up.
So, if there's a rune on it, don't step on it.
But it goes away when we step off. It's long enough to step, and if anything comes, take a sample and then make it go away.
We don't. And just move forward.
Okay.
Is this a door over
Mixing
here?
X.
Is that a door?
Yes. There's also, now that you're in the room, a door here and a door here. And a door here.
Mixie Nix is gonna dance nimbly across the floor, avoiding all the stops to get to this far door.
That one?
Mm-hmm.
I will guide Smasher to follow.
Like, let's go.
I don't know if you want rolls for.
Yeah, Mixinix, you don't need to, because you're fine. Callus, do you direct him not to step on? And Smasher,
Whoop.
are you not going to step on any of the runes?
Yeah, I'll actively not step on any of the runes. I recognize runes. I've seen them at this point. They gave me very direct directions, so I would very actively not. Yeah, very printer style. Think of it like for 2 seconds it goes 8-bit, and it's just Callus on me just jumping through the room.
Alright, you gonna open that door?
I'll open a door. I'm fearless. Also dumb.
There's no door handle on it, by the way. It's a push.
I still try to turn the door handle right.
Or the lack.
And I will be the one to push and go through first.
Okay.
Cautiously. I'm not running through, but I'm
This set of stairs.
shield up, walking forward.
Yeah, this set of stairs leads down. Deshane, while they're in that corner, what are you doing?
Okay, do I see any of those runes?
Yes.
Leading me in this direction?
None of them
This door?
lead anywhere. They just seem to be randomly
Or,
placed
I
around
mean,
the room.
I mean the ones that she is specifically avoiding. Are there any in my to get to that door?
Oh, no. Yeah, any you see, you can easily get around and get to that door.
Yeah, I'm gonna get to that door and push it open.
All right. This reveals this room.
Hey. I'm gonna step in. Checking my feet to make sure I do not step on any runes
Good
that she
call.
is
'Cause
avoiding.
quite literally, right inside the door is one of those runes. So you managed to step
Okay.
around it.
I avoid and continue to avoid that as I inspect the room.
All right, Mixinix. That's just looks like a stair landing, kind of like where you came from.
It's going the wrong direction.
Correct.
Yeah, we
Mixie
shouldn't go
goes
down.
to the other unopened door.
Let's go.
There are technically two, but I assume you mean this one right here.
Yeah, across the way.
Callus, would you like to follow or go down here?
We shouldn't go down. Well, I mean, we should go down the stairs, but we'd like, yeah, let's go to the other door.
All right.
Go
So we'll
ahead.
open the door down here.
I'm just gonna reveal the whole thing then, so you guys can see the whole thing.
What's in the box?
All right, there are, in this room, and all of these doors, by the way, are just push. There's no doorknobs on them. But when you walk into the room, Mixinix, that you're at, this is a set of stairs that leads up. And then Smasher and Callus, you walk into a room that looks like it's a storage room. There's several boxes up in the top of the room. Other than that, it's mostly empty. You do see on the floor, though, multiple places where there are runes set up.
Okay. Well, we'll avoid them, and I'm assuming Callus wants to inspect this area.
Yeah.
Let's switch over
For
to Deshane
bottles.
quickly.
And ingredients.
and other fun things.
The room you are in, upon investigation, it looks like it's been used not like in the last couple of hours, but definitely within the last day. There's a couple bookshelves with various books, all handwritten. All of them with what was his name?
Cyphers?
No, different name. The grandson with the W in his name.
Wilfred?
Yeah, Wilfred. No, Wilfred was a good uncle. Or, yeah, grandfather. Wallace, yes. All of them have the name Wallace written on them. So they look like journals or recipe books or maybe even spell books. You never really know. There's a closet with a bunch of robes in it. They look like your typical wizard robes. Like, oh my goodness, could he get any color other than gray? And then a nice couch and a table to be sitting at and reading at. Yeah, pretty nice room, all told.
I barely even walk into the room, and then I walk right out.
All right, Mixinix, what are you doing up in this top corner?
This way it goes up. I'ma go up.
I head in that direction, avoiding all things that need avoided.
Before you can properly start heading up the stairs, you get.
I am keeping an eye out for runes.
Yes.
I'm not.
What is your AC again?
Mine 18.
18. All right. You don't actually get pushed because whatever it is just kind of goes through you, but something goes through you.
Like a ghost goes through me, or something like pushes past me?
It's kind of a little bit of both. It seems to push past you and go through you, so it feels like a ghost kind of walked through you, but you also get a little bit of pressure from it.
Can I do an Arcana check?
Sure.
To know what that could be?
Everyone's eating, and I have a sandwich waiting outside for me. Every ounce of my being wants to go grab that right now.
That's an 8.
Oh, an 8. Yeah, you're not particularly sure. You think maybe it's a spirit of some kind, possibly.
I don't hear anything.
No, nothing to be heard.
Deshay, did you feel anything? Something just kind of pushed.
First, before she says anything to me, I'm gonna roll an insight to see if I see her act strangely. It's my insight. 22.
Yeah,
insight.
It seemed like something moved through and into her at the same time.
Okay. As you turn to ask me that question, my pistols that I had reholstered, one of them is now out again, and I am looking around for a ghostie, actively investigating. So, however much you want me to roll, I will roll.
I know, you don't need to roll anything just yet. We're going to go over to Smasher and Callus quickly. They're looking at
through
boxes.
those boxes.
All right, so the stacked boxes at the top left corner of the room are all empty. They're not mimics either. They are literally just empty boxes stacked in the corner of the room. However, those 6 crates, they're big. They're bigger than you, Callus. And when you pop it open, they're all filled with various colored liquids. The top 2 are all a kind of what's the word I'm looking for when you can't quite look through the liquid? Smoky? A milky substance.
Opaque.
Milky.
Opaque. That's the
Opaque.
word I was looking
That's good
for.
too, yeah.
Opaque.
Yeah.
It's an opaque white substance. It's not pleasant to look at. Vials, and when you count out, you get the distinct feeling that there's probably about 500 vials of this liquid in these two crates. The second set, same kind of assortment, another 500 vials, all of them, and a gross looking viscous black substance.
Ooh. Okay.
And
Lid
the
back on.
final set.
I'm before I even opened the final set, I heard Nick like yell we're going up. I know Deshane's impatient to get moving, so I'm like, hey Smasher, do you think you could put that crate in this? So I opened
Would you
the
like
bag
all
and
of it?
Yes, please.
I start loading all the crates into his bag.
All 6 of them?
Everything.
Christ. Christ.
You're not gonna even open the last 2?
No.
Christ.
All right.
He asked me questions. I'm answering.
Yeah. All right. All 6 crates of strange substances in vials are now in your bag of
Might
holding.
have just put a dead body in my bag and didn't know it. We'll find out when I
a
open up
weapon
those
of mass
bags
destruction.
later.
There's a
I've got
weapon of mass
something awful
destruction
back with
clanking
me.
around.
A lot of.
On a
Alice has a lot of
barbarian's
very
back.
strange substances.
Yeah.
This
That's
doesn't seem all out of the ordinary, him having vials of things, so.
That's true.
All right, and then what are the 2 of you doing?
heading-
Callus, would you like the empty crates as well? He likes storing things and other things.
it's a matter of how far down the pack rat life do I go.
So you did empty the crates.
Oh no, straight took the crates.
because you said there were empty crates off to the side.
Oh,
I
right,
literally
yeah, the
took
empty
all the
boxes.
crates.
That,
Yeah, I took all
yeah,
the
the
crates
boxes.
and physically just put them in. So like
Yeah, you're talking
basically
about the
like,
empty
do you want
boxes.
everything in the room? Is what I'm asking him.
yeah. I forgot about the empty boxes.
And the answer is yes.
He wants
I
the
piled the
empty
rest of those boxes into the thing as well.
six
I
crates of substances.
I'd like to stick my head down into the bag after I've loaded the stuff in though, and kind of look around.
All right, this you can see kind of similar to the last time you looked in the bag when you had walked into the bag. It's kind of a floating bunch of stuff everywhere. It's getting full, but at the same time you can tell there's a whole lot more space left to be had. Other than that, nothing out of the ordinary.
I don't see anything scurrying around.
No, and you get the distinct feeling there's nothing else to actually see
Okay.
today.
I'll pull my
And then-
head out.
And then as you're pulling your head out, you hear,
If you take anything from my bag, I'll kill you.
Because of the stone that's in there.
Stone is still repeating itself.
Oh man. So yeah, we took everything in the thing, and I imagine that I kind of gestured down to Callus to hop on.
I climb on up and
Let's go.
How quickly are you guys heading back to Mixie Nix and Deshane?
Well, we'll probably get here, and then what do you want to do from there?
now Callus is beginning to think about all those liquids, so he has completely forgotten about the sigil. However, he's on the back. And he's just kind of
Yeah.
pointing forward.
Smasher.
So I walk out here. I walk out to the room, avoiding runes,
Okay.
and unless Callus gives me any other directions, I probably see these two over here and just start walking towards them.
Yeah.
Again,
Um,
avoiding runes.
This is at the point in which they are currently looking around as if something had spooked them. Spooked.
Smasher, can you use your special eyes and see if there's?
Activating magic awareness.
Ooh.
All right. Presence of concentrated magic until the end of the know the location of any spell or magic item within 60 feet that isn't behind total cover.
Right.
Also, I'll know it's the school.
Currently looking at you from the middle of this room is what looks like a malicious-looking shadow. The magic coalesces around it so that you can actually see it. And now you see that it's connected to each and every single one of those sigils. But now you can also see it. And everyone notices the sigils suddenly flare bright and then pop. And the room starts to fill with smoke. Roll for initiative.
It's a little late in the episode.
Natural 20. For a total of 22.
Yeah, he's over here. That 20. This is beautiful. Right.
I'm telling you that initiative, and I'm going and grabbing that sandwich.
All right. Actually, this fight is gonna take longer than 30 minutes, I think.
You have a cleric fighting undead.
Yes, but we have also almost one-shotted every single opponent we've come across, so I'm almost positive he's stacked this guy.
Also, it's not undead.
Oh, that's
not.
great. I'll enjoy that.
That's not
Oh.
undead.
Yep. This is aberration, or what is it called?
I mean, shadows are normally undead, but this isn't actually technically a shadow.
It's Mildred's being.
Oh.
All right,
Let's get those initiatives, though.
Yeah. Let me grab those initiatives, and then we can decide whether or not we want to hold off on this fight until next week.
Or if we just want to run up the stairs.
Or if you just want to run up the stairs, that is also an option. Callus.
Oh, hey, that's me. Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Mixie.
I rolled a natural 1 for a total of 5.
Nice. Deshane.
Cleric going last. Dirty 20, sir. What is your dexterity?
+3.
I go first. +4.
Yeah.
I go first.
No, Smasher goes
Smasher.
first. He's got
With the
22
natural
so
20.
far.
Here it goes.
Actually, the Shadow's going to go first.
Oh,
dear.
right. Okay, Shadow going first, Cleric going last. Could be good. It could be good if she starts spells that, affect him on his turn.
Yeah.
We'll
This is
see
true.
how things go.
Mm-hmm.
But I do feel like, because I did design this fight to be able to go against, one entity against the four of you strangely uber creatures. So I do think this one is going to take longer than 30 minutes to go through. And some people have work in the morning.
Yes. I think it's better anyway because Smokey is injured. And the more sleep he can get, the better. So
The better.
I think
You're
that's
not
a good
wrong.
idea.
I could use some sleep right now.
You gave us a lovely shopping episode.
Yes,
I did.
Exactly. Shopping, just a cool down
This-
episode of
Deshane is just miserable as all of
Just-
the fighter core and
Miserable.
fighter
He's
characters.
kicking back. He has his different cigarettes. He's hanging out. with.
I've gotten tobacco and matches. I'm feeling okay. Tobacco, matches, and gunpowder. Shit.
Bet up.
Got some strange
Set up.
bands.
And I'm so excited to see what those books have to hold.
Yes.
I'm ecstatic. I'm so very excited. Well, good stuff.
Yeah.
Good stuff, guys. Yes.
Wraith Battle
indeed.
next time.
Yeah, we will walk into a battle next time, literally. And yeah, thank you everyone for coming by. We are ending 30 minutes or so early. I mean,
Appreciate
sometimes you just gotta end early. Sometimes you gotta wait to do the exciting stuff. Which I feel like everything we did today was pretty exciting. I'm not gonna lie.
I feel like we had lots of good fun. Like, you know, kind of got into some more
It
stuff.
was an exposition kind of day.
Yeah, you could also finally meet those orcs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got to meet some orcs.
The
got to
entire
have a...
orc sequence was just ridiculous.
It was funny how we did that. Thank you, Mixie Mix, for introducing that idea.
Of course. Got to have a heart-to-heart with the kid.
Future reference, I don't know what the rest of you speak, but I speak Elvish and Common, and that's it. So if we ever run into something that's Elvish, I actually am useful as a translator for Elvish.
Undoubtedly.
Same.
Celestial, Common, and Gnomish. But I have a spell. Still.
Hey, I have
Celestial, Common, Gnomish, and everything.
Yes. Either way, folks. It was a fun one.
Yeah, Mixie has choice words for the adults in Callus's life.
I feel like Mixie's being a busybody. Like,
we're gonna sign up and close this.
Again, he's a kid, but I feel like Mixie's being all like, and I mean, he's just like,
mob mode.
I'm doing
mob
things
mode
like super mama bear on him.
Yes.
Oh,
He let him have what he wanted. She just
Murray's trying to
had to
say,
have the
hey, I
moment.
didn't go to bed.
Let's go to bed, guys.
Love you guys. Bye.
Au revoir.
Yeah, may have closed for now. We hope you met a friend this go around. Tired and blurry you may be. We hope your minds are full from this revelry. May peace follow you out. May you return for more giggles